if someone can go over and make sure that people are following this link and not the other one. And I looked in the chat seemed to be the same. Oh, there we are. What I'm going to do is pop out this chat. There. That way we can see it a little bit. Well, hello.
Hello.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Wednesday, the live sale. And look, next to me, I got Uncle Professor George.
Yay.
Now, when it's George's turn, I will make sure that he is front and center so his face won't be covered up. That's the only bad thing if you're watching on the phone. It probably looks like George's face is covered up, but it won't be.
Oh, that might be okay. I'm still waking up.
It won't be. Hello, Miss Pamela. Hello. I can't highlight. That's the thing I don't like about going live on YouTube, because you can't highlight like you can on Snapchat. Hello, Yvonne. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Tammy. I saw Randy Girl. I see Dolores. All of our friends are here.
Oh,
Diana.
that's so cool.
Do you know what else? We got one of our friends here live in person, and that's Kathy Wormsley. Say hi, Kathy.
Hi, everybody.
She's our live studio audience.
Yes, it's so exciting. A live guest and a live studio audience all at the same time.
And we got Liberace behind us, too. He's giving us lots of support. Hi, Cindy J. Ooh, Cindy J, I got some good books today. I don't know if you saw the thing on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. Oh, hello to you from France and London. Are you in both places at the same time?
Well, you know the channel, if you're really fast.
Oh, right. I don't know. I've never been to Europe. It's on my list of places that I would like to go. Thank you guys so much for coming. I see Lena. Lena and I went to high school together. George, did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, I say that all the time with me and Lena. We went to high school together.
Oh, Lena, tell us stories.
Well, Lena went to elementary school with Mark.
Oh, wow.
Even. So Mark and Lena go way back.
Oh,
Go
that's
way
cool.
back. All right, so George and I have some cool things. George is bringing some stuff today. I was a little nervous because I was like, George is going to be here. So, we got some fun stuff. Do I have some treasure craft? Yes, of course. I've got some treasure craft.
She's killing me here. I see something I want to buy and I have to be here and I can't bid.
Did you really want to buy that?
That's okay. It's for someone else.
I didn't know that.
That's all right. I've got one already, but can always have one more.
What's one? And you guys see it right there. It's a little prixie. Little treasure craft prixie. I think Bree Gia is in the chat. Bree Gia is going to be our offer up volunteer. So she's the only one in the chat that I want to put in as the bid end. We are going to do everything as an offer up.
Thank you, Yvonne.
I'll proxy for you, George. Well, I mean, she can. They're a proxy. We sometimes have to do that, If we don't get a preview, sometimes we have to have our friends help us out a little bit.
That's right, but that would be cheating. I won't do that. It's for someone else.
It's for somebody else. All right. So after Tiger leaves, wait. So Tiger, are you here? Tiger, are you going to do the bid in? And then after you leave, then it'll be Bree. Liberace looks like he's holding. That's not a black witch. That's a little black monkey. So
Some
let
would
me
say
know.
Monkeys are evil,
No. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Okay, so Tiger's Timeless Treasures will be doing the bid in until he has to leave, and then Bree will take over.
Cool.
All right. Thank you, Zeno. Thank you for going on to the other stream. I don't know. I made one stream on my phone, so I don't know why it gave us two, but I don't know.
Twice as good.
Right. We'll work it out. All right. Make sure in the chat, in the description is my email address and George's email address. Make sure that you do send us your information. Send it to both of us. If you've bought something from us before, you won't have to resend it. But if you were like, I don't know, just go ahead and resend it. We need your actual name, your YouTube name if it's different, and your full shipping address and your PayPal email. You can still use PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, we can send you an invoice, and you can check out as a guest. Before we get started too, I wanted to show you, Sarah from Thrift You sent me this magical bracelet of Liberace. It is a Liberace charm bracelet.
Oh
yes,
my goodness.
It is. So this will always be, I'll always wear it forever. So thank you to the Pride of Iowa, Sarah.
That is cool.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Oh, that
I just
is.
got it today.
And they're so much fun. I mean, who better to get something like that from?
I know it. I know. Oh, look, there we can see George. Oh, no, now there goes the chat again.
Comes
So
and goes.
it comes and goes. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started, shall we?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to let George go first.
Oh.
And I'm going to scooch
Okay.
over a little bit so George can scooch over and he can show. Oh, you guys, this is so good.
Okay. Well, it's funny. Misty is saying, "Oh, I brought my good stuff because you were coming," and I'm like, "I brought my cute stuff because I was coming to you."
Right?
So
He knows.
this one starts on the cute side, and I just think it's great. It is a poodle. He's having a little trouble with his skis. They are going backwards. He's going forwards. He looks pretty startled. He's got his original tag. I thought that was cute. And how do we do this? Do we start at a certain amount then talk about it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start this cute little guy off at $5, and we'll just see where he goes.
Oh, he's so cute.
He is cute, and he is made of felt. He's got a tag here that says "Styled by Forslam of Japan." That sounds very, very, very stylish. I don't know who Forslam of Japan was, but he is right out of the 50s. Poodles were such a big thing in the 50s, and I just love the red.
And I love his little tongue because he's like really concentrating on his skiing.
He's trying really hard. Now, if you want, you could try to turn the skis around the right way, but I like the fact that he's going the wrong way, personally. Whoa!
It's just that interpretation.
Yes,
it's that Japanese interpretation.
Yes. I love 50s Japanese stuff because they just sort of saw things a little differently, but they were trying really hard to make it for us, and I don't know. I just think it's a lot of cute stuff. And I see that Sue is in at 16.
Yep.
Thank you, Sue. Well, that's really fun. This actually came from another viewer, by the way. I got this because a viewer of mine needed help selling some things. She had to move, and she went from a big townhouse to a little apartment, and this was in her collection for many years.
It's
I don't know
really
where she
good
got
condition.
it. It really is. It's not drooled on. It doesn't look like some kid put it in their mouth.
No.
You know, that's always preferable.
Miss Pamela's at 17.
Oh, very good. Well, hi, Pam. It's good to see you. I always get a kick out of you. Do they have skiing down in Alabama? I know that there are some mountains.
I am certain they probably don't have poodles that ski.
Oh, you don't think so?
Probably not.
Well, it'll come there eventually.
Yeah.
If it's big in Japan, it'll eventually get here. I just love the way it looks against this throbbing heart behind me here, too. Whoosh. So just lots for fun. Hi, Helen. Well, thank you. Helen is in at 20, and
maybe the Poodle Olympics are they ski backwards.
They may actually, because I mean they've got you've got to do your tricks. It's like snowboarding, you do the somersault backwards, and woo, there we go. Yes.
Right.
Ta-da! So there we go. Olympic winner. I love it.
All right, so Sue Golombeski is at 21. Okay, so guys, we are doing the just in case, and what that is during the countdown only is when you can put in the top dollar that you're willing to spend, and you then at the end of when we get to the bid end, the person that has the highest offer up or bid will get it for $1 more than the highest bid.
Right. In other words, it protects you if you really, really want it in case it runs up at the last minute.
Yeah.
I noticed somebody said, need my email, and it is the antiquenomad@gmail.com. Helen is out, so somebody must have bid over 20, so I think we're getting close to that time.
Yep.
So
you could probably just go ahead and start counting it down.
Okay, so count it down, and
15.
we do 15. Oh, wow, you give people lots of time.
Yep, we do.
I'm not very...
But we don't count real slow. We just count normal.
So 15, 14, 13, coming at you.
Zena said, get
12,
closer.
11, 10. I know I always look small. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I see a just in case there, but I don't know who actually got the high bid. We're going to figure it out.
The high bid was Sue at 21.
Sue at 21. Well, thank you, Sue. Send your information to me at the antiquenomad@gmail.
Sue, you had it at 21. She put a just in case of 30, but you didn't need it. Sue, you got it for $21.
Thank you, Sue.
Yay! Oh, and Zena put your email in. It is in the description down below too.
Okay.
Or down below this video. You probably can't see it now, but when we're done and the video goes up, you'll be able to see it.
Oh, I should say something that I didn't, which is I will be shipping. I am traveling from here going east to see another viewer who has need for help with some things. So I will be shipping, but probably not until the end of this coming weekend. So just so that you know, I'll try to invoice you right away, but I will be shipping on Monday.
I think I just pinned. Yeah, I pinned George's email. My email is thrifterjunkervintagehunter@gmail.com, but I did pin it. Thank you, Zeno. I did it. I pinned it. So there's George's email. All right. So Misty. Let me take the price tag off of it. My first items, because there's two, are these really cute anthropomorphic little pea salt and pepper shakers. They're wooden. They're made in Japan. They have this nice, what's it? Not really inlay, but what is that called?
Dovetailing.
Dovetail. That's the word. But this little pea is sleeping. See, he's sleeping. The P for pepper is sleeping. And this one is wide awake.
He's had a lot of salt.
He's very salty. But I'm starting these also at $5 for the set of anthropomorphic wooden pea pod salt and pepper shakers. They do open up. They have a screw lid, so you can put your salt and pepper in there if you want. But honestly, they just will look really cute, sitting on your shelf. Now, my mother-in-law calls my daughter Sweet Pea, so this is kind of cute. I didn't even think about that till just now. That'd be cute. But little sweet peas, salt and pepper, sitting up on your shelf. I see Straighten Your Eye Vintage at $5. Yeah, they are really cute, the little pea pods. One's taking a little nap and one's wide awake. And it kind of looks like it's sticking its tongue out. At this one's like, wake up! We got a job to do. You're sleeping on the job.
I've seen these dovetailed before. I've never seen the peas on them.
I haven't
really
either.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's why I thought that they were just different and unusual and just odd. And not everybody are going to have these. All right, so I'm seeing Straighten Your Eye Vintage at $5. I'm going to start counting these down. So right now, the only person that can put in a just in case is Straighten Your Eye Vintage, because you can only put a just in case if you are actively bidding. So let's go ahead and start. Oh, well, or Ray Ray, because now Ray Ray's in at $6. So we're going to start counting down.
Here we go.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Straighten Your Eye. Or Deb, I see you at 10.
Oh, we're at 12.
11, or 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right, I see you, Deb. Deb is like, nope, $25. So we're at $25 looking for a bid of $26 or more, or the bid end. And there we go. Deb Sherman, you get the pea pod shakers for $25. Thank you so much.
Those are very awesome.
They are. They're really cool.
Yes. Love salt and pepper shakers. I've seen just some really crazy huge collections, and they're great because you can get a lot in a small space. You probably shouldn't eat that much salt, though.
No.
But, oh, how fun. This is good.
Fun, fun, fun.
Okay.
Oh, this is so cool. I love this.
Oh, I like this guy. Okay, I've got to get, since he's in the audience, I've got to give Zeno credit for this because I'm real picky about things, and this has just a couple of little creases here, but he's in really good shape. There's no white showing, and he's double-sided. This is from the 70s. This is by Hallmark. It's not a Bystol. It's actually one of the Hallmark ones. And what I love about it is it's got this, oh shoot, words are escaping me. What is this called?
Honeycomb.
Thank you, the honeycomb, of course. And I just think he is so sweet. And we're going to start him off at $5. So starting at $5 for Halloween is coming soon.
It is.
And he even matches Liberace's jacket.
He does. Liberace loves Halloween.
Yes, yes. Liberace loves everything. He's always smiling.
He is. He's a happy guy.
Okay, Sarah, you are at 15. That honeycomb goodness. Yes, thank you.
And what you can do is you can put a little paper clip in that honeycomb to make it stay, or double-sided tape.
Yes.
I typically will use a paper clip just because the double-sided tape can cause issues. But you just put a little paper clip in there.
And it holds it up.
And it holds it up.
The other option is to show it this way, and you actually have an orange pumpkin on one side. I'm not sure why one and not the other. Someone said, what year? Well, Hallmark was doing these in the late 60s and into the 70s. So it doesn't have a copyright date on it because they originally came in a paper sleeve. and that would have had the date on it. But I think you're probably looking at 1975 about.
Yeah.
And
Which was the year I was born.
I just never see any Halloween. I mean, I've got to be honest, this is the only piece I own right now.
Really?
Yeah,
It's hard.
everybody just gloms onto it.
One thing you could also do too is if you close up the honeycomb and you had like a crock or a basket or something, you could still kind of stick it in there, and this would kind of give it some.
And he'd be like a topper.
Yeah, you could stick him in your little crock or something.
I say he. It could be a she, of course.
Yes, we don't know. It looks like Binks. It looks like Dee's Binks from Thrill of the Thrift.
Oh yeah.
Cindy J, I see Cindy J is at $28. And I guess you go ahead and start counting. We had lots of bids, so there's lots of people that can put it in just in case if they would like to.
If you want to do it just in case, we're going to count down from 15, 14,
Yvonne's at 29.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have bid end, and it looks like Cindy J is going to get it for $30.
Well, maybe we have to see, because the bid in sometimes there's a lag, and then sometimes
that's true.
See, we got a just in case of 39, but you didn't need it, Cindy. You get it for $30. Did you see Zeno's comment?
Yes, I did. Not only did I see it, but I've heard it a couple of times too. It is true. I should have gotten the other honeycomb pumpkins. I stand corrected.
It never fails. We always do that.
It is so true. You know, I mean, we see so much stuff that sometimes it's just like, oh, I'm overloaded. Oh, I have a cart full.
Yep.
Yeah, you always wish later you'd bought it.
Yeah, so Cindy J gets that at 30. And I in my video today, I had a Lane Bryant catalog, and there was a couple of them, and I just bought one. And I wish I would have bought them all, because I've gotten lots of emails about that catalog. And see, you know, you sometimes you just don't know. You just don't know. And then, but now we do.
Catalogs are so fun, because you can
really
look at all the old stuff all this great stuff that we're selling, like where did it come from?
They are really fun.
In my case, SNH.
Oh, thank you. Yvonne said, congratulations. I was going to get that for Misty.
Aw.
They're so sweet. Listen, I'm getting my Halloween stuff down this weekend. And I think next week I'm going to have a Halloween sale, because I've got to get rid of some of my things, because it's just ridiculous. What should I do next, George?
Oh my gosh, there's so many good choices. Oh, me? Okay. Well, let's see.
This is a lot. We're going to sell that together.
Oh, then let's do that, because that's really cute. You need me to hold one?
Sure.
Okay.
So you will get both of these in this lot. First thing is this cute little toaster I meant to say cozy and cover at the same time. Toaster, cozy, or toaster cover. It says, let's toast it. But it's got little skunks, and they've got their toast. Now, you should never put your fork in your toaster. So don't do what these skunks are portraying. You don't want to put those in your toaster. But it is, it's not embroidered. It is, I guess it's like that.
It's like screen print?
It is, but they've taken like the fabric marker to it.
Oh, yeah, like the old speedball stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
This side is plain, and then you got the little skunks. And then, as a bonus, you will get this little guy. Isn't he cute?
Look at those blue eyes.
He is made in Japan. And my favorite thing about him is that he has his original price tag from some G.C. Murray Company. He was 59 cents back in the day. That's my favorite thing about him.
Now, 59 cents was plenty of money back then.
Yeah, so he was like a special. Like, you would get him for like mom for Christmas or something like that. It wasn't just like a 5 and dime kind of thing. You want to hold that?
I'll tell you what, I'll hold
All
it
right.
for you.
So you will get the set of these. So you'll get both of them, and I'm starting them at $10. So $10 for the Let's Toast It toaster cover, and then the little skunk figurine.
You can just set him right in front.
Yep. Very cute. I love this.
It's so cool. That's just really fun. Whimsy is, the 50s seemed like a lot of fun. I think people were just so glad that things were getting better.
Yeah, the war was over.
They were like, let's have some fun.
They were having babies. They were just doing all kinds of fun things back in that time.
Apparently so.
So I see Carmen Cranky Lady Vintage is at 20. Tidbits Tammy is at 22.
And this is a twofer, so that's pretty good deal there, I'd say.
It is. Sheila, I'm selling. Well, you know what? If we have time, I might pull them out today. But I do have them thinking that I'm going to sell them tomorrow. But if we can get done, I might throw them in today. All right, so let's go ahead. Where were we at? We were at Tammy Tibbetts is at 22. So let's go ahead and start counting this down. You get the set of them. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see Debbie Jordan is at 23. No sale tomorrow. Tammy Tibbetts has a just in case of 30. And there is the bid in. So Tammy Tibbetts, you get him for $24.
Nice.
And I don't have to ship him because Tammy's local.
Oh, that's
Thank you,
helpful.
Tammy.
That's great. Well,
What was that again? 30? No, 24.
24. Yes. Oh, that's really cool. And how nice. I mean, that was a great deal for somebody. I mean, two pieces that cute for $12 each. I mean, there's you can buy stuff on live sales.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I do all the time. I buy stuff on live sales all the time. For myself and for resale.
Well, I am going to bring up something a little more modern in a sense because I had I'm going to be doing a show at Portland, Oregon at the end of the month, and she forwarded it to all of her people, and she does a lot of modernism, so I figure we might have some modernists out on the Pacific Coast watching, so I'm going to put up this Hall Chinese red casserole bowl.
Look at the lines.
I love the lines on this. We're going to start this. I'm going to show you something first. It's lid, absolutely perfect. Base, almost absolutely perfect. There is one tiny little flake. It does not disturb the color. I just want to be honest. I always want to make an honest representation. Yeah. But we're going to start this at only $10. This is
Hall.
Hall, yes. This is Hall. Hall did a lot of teapots, but in the 30s, they were the ones that came up with this cool sundial. See how that's a sundial lid?
That's amazing.
I just think it's so beautiful.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Yeah, this would be so great on a Christmas table. It is Chinese red. This was a really hot color in the 30s. And hard to make, actually, because the reds, they can't fire the reds at very high temperature or it burns away.
And you know, when you first pulled that out, I thought it was like a Danish pot, like it was enamel. It has an enamel look to it.
It almost looks like Le Creuset or Dance or one of those, like the Coben style. Yeah, I just think it's a great style too, and I love this. If I ever cooked, I would keep it, honestly, because I just love deco, and it's
You'll
just
put your
so
beans
pretty.
in that, your Christmas beans.
Yes, or maybe something more fun than beans.
Pudding.
Pudding. Pudding is good. Yes, let's go with pudding.
Time for treasure is at 30.
Oh, very good. Well, it is a beautiful piece, and I think that you're getting a bargain. It's more red than orange that's coming through.
It is vibrant. It's like fire engine red.
It's fire engine red, yes. They called it Chinese red because I think they were trying to get sympathy for China because they were having so much trouble during that time in the late 30s, and so they thought that would be the thing. But they made all sorts of stuff in this, but you just don't see this sundial very often because other companies copied it, and deco collectors just loved it. Oh, stuffing. I hate stuffing, but I might eat it out.
I love cornbread stuffing.
Oh, gosh. Yum. Well, cornbread I love, but for some reason I can't do the stuffing thing. Oh, Linda is at 40. That's very nice. Who made this? This is Hall China. I'll show you that mark again. Hall. And one thing about them is if you see the capital letters in a circle, that's before 1969. We know this is way before because this is from the late 30s. If it's upper and lower case in more of an oval, then that is after 1969. Ah. And you can, and that's helpful sometimes because Hall made a lot of restaurant ware, and you can actually, I have this weird habit when I go to a restaurant, I actually pick up the stuff and look at the bottom to see where it's made. And that's usually right when they come to take your order and they just look at me and I'm like, oh, I'm an antique dealer. And they just look at me again and I'm like, never mind, just take my order.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes. Okay, I'm on mashed potatoes.
Cheese.
And German stew. Candy corn and peanuts. Ooh, that would be good. Yeah, this could be Halloween.
I got some right over there.
Oh, this could be a Halloween thing.
Yeah. Valentine's Day dinner.
Oh, yeah. All of it. Oh, I love it. All these special occasions. And look how nice it is in front of this heart. So probably better start counting down. Luba's at 42, so we're going to start at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, Linda at 45, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Linda was in there at 45 first, so that is yours, Linda. Thank you very much.
Nope, because Luba.
Oh, Luba put in a just in case.
Okay, so this is what we do. So Linda was the first at 45, and then Luba put in a just in case of 59. But before the bid end, I'm gonna make sure, is it before the bid end?
It is,
yeah,
because the bid ends
it's
right
before the bid
after.
end. So Luba, you get it for $51.
Very nice. Well, thank you. That's great. I'm so
$51.
glad it's getting a good home.
Sometimes we have to look at because math. I have to like look at the numbers a little bit better. But great deal. That's a beautiful piece. I think you'll really like it. All right, how about we do this little guy?
Oh, I love this guy.
I
I would
love
bid
him
on this
too.
if I wasn't sitting here.
Now this is a little bobblehead, and he is made in Japan, and he's a little cowboy. Look at him. He's got his little 5 o'clock shadow. Now with these, when I bought him, his spring, he was not attached to his spring. So I got his head attached back on. And the way that these work is there's like a little lip inside here. So if you find these and you don't have a spring, you can easily go to a hardware store and try to find a spring and get them fixed. I will say before I start the bidding, he does have a little bit of a chip right there on the back side of his head. He's just bobbled his head a little too hard one time, and he moshing in the mosh pit, and he chipped his head. But he's really, really neat. He's got really cool colorings. Look at his face. He's tough. He's tough, man. He's a tough guy. He's got his little gun. He's ready to pull it out for his shootout. I'm going to start him at $8. So starting this little bobblehead guy at $8. These are the older ones. They're kind of that composite, not really
Like
a paper mache.
mache-ish,
Yeah. But I would say he's definitely from the 50s.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's early. Back then they called them knotters, and like Scott says that he sort of looks like Aaron at Winking Alley Antiques.
Oh, you mean Barb's Aaron?
I think so.
Or Jeffrey's Aaron. Not
yes.
Barb's. Barb's like, ew, no. That's Barb's brother.
Well.
Jeffrey's Aaron. Yeah. Oh, look at him. He's got blue eyes. So let's see. Ray, I see you at $10. Now, if you find some of these, like I had sold a Cincinnati Reds bobblehead or knotter from the 50s, and they sell for about $50, $60, $70 on up. This one's just a little cowboy.
He's hard to find. I haven't seen him, and I've looked for these for my entire career.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah, I love these things.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I've got an Asian couple up there
where
too
they
that
have
are
the magnet that kiss?
No, they're knotters just like this.
Okay.
They're in a little bit rougher condition, but yeah, he is really cool.
Yeah,
he's really cool.
He is just great. And the painting is good on him. And you know, the nice thing, the chip, because of that kind of material, it's not going to grow. You don't have to worry about it because of what it's made out of. It's not going to get bigger, so you'll never even notice.
There's the back, his back, so you can kind of see where that little chip, you don't even really see it necessarily. But you know, with things like this, they're so hard to come by. When they do have a little bit of a chip like that, especially in the back, I'm still gonna get it because it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, because in 25 years I've never seen this one before.
Really?
Never.
Really? Now, and I found him hit in a box. His head was off, so I dug in the box until I found his head, and I found his head, but he was missing his head at one moment. All right, so I'm seeing Yvonne is at $20, and I'm gonna start counting down. So 15. Oh, thank you so much, Amanda, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. 15, 14, 13. I see you, Pat, at 21. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. He is a cowboy. Pew, pew. Yvonne is at 35. I think I kind of know where this is going to go here in a minute. Let me see if there's a bid in. Okay, I'm going to see if I am I think I'm kind of maybe I'm not, but I think I'm seeing something. And, what is a super sticker? It's just a little sticker that you can buy, like the little butterfly guy that's dancing. I think he's a lemon head, right? Yeah. It's just a way to show support, and a little bit.
It's like a little tip. It was very
It's
nice
like a
of
tip.
you.
Yeah, that's basically it. So Yvonne, you get him for $35. Thank you so much.
That is awesome, Yvonne. And you are in the right part of the country for that too. That cowboy stuff does really well in Colorado.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
points
does
west.
it?
Yeah, I always used to go to Denver and try to buy Western stuff to take to Seattle. That was a regular route of mine at one point.
Oh,
Because they
awesome.
have really great
Yeah,
stuff.
I
there.
already know.
Yeah.
Yvonne bought this for George.
Oh.
I could tell.
Really?
She did.
Oh, that's so cool.
You guys.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love him. Thank you.
That's super sweet, Yvonne.
Well, I promise you, I am super excited. Thank you. That's great. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was like, I know what she's doing.
Aw,
That
that's
was
so
sweet.
nice.
Oh, hi, Steph. Mm-hmm. I hope that's the one that you were wanting.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was, and I'm just thrilled. Thank you, Yvonne. You are just such a sweet lady. I can't wait to see you again.
That was sweet.
Okay. Well, this is not as maybe fun in that way, but I think this is a really pretty thing.
This is a really pretty thing.
And it's something I've never seen before again. And I'm going to hold it up real quickly here and then show you the inside.
I do have a ruler if you need that.
Oh, that's probably smart. I just always sort of assume people know what sizes things are. And of course, that's not true because you're not here watching it with us. So this compote is 8 inches across, and it is 6 inches high, a little over 6 inches actually, and it's by Westmoreland. It's got most of its paper label there. I'm going to start this at, sorry Karen, let me get closer. I'm going to start this at $10, and it is sort of an India tree type pattern here. Now, Westmoreland was really known for milk glass, and this one is going to be late 60s. I've never actually seen this particular pattern before. I've seen this ruffle, and they were competitors of Fenton, so they had kind of the same sort of feel. Westmoreland is almost milkier, don't you think?
I think so.
Like whiter and brighter.
Yeah, it's like a true milk glass. And the thing that's nice is Westmoreland. I mean, and Fenton is really nice too, but like with Westmoreland with the ruffles, you can see that little bit of light that shines through.
Yes.
So it's almost like it's hand crimped.
Yeah, it's just a little more delicate. And they would actually take a tool and go around and do all of that while it was really hot. It's amazing to see one of these when you see the old pictures where it was all molten like lava. Let's see here. So we've got
skim milk versus whole milk.
Exactly. Yes.
That's a good analogy.
Well described. Nani Gale, that's neat. At 16. Karen is at 20. I love Westmoreland too. It's very hard to see. I don't know if it'll show on there, but it's got the little W in the G mark, which is something you see on almost all of their later pieces.
Westmoreland is very romantic.
I think so,
Whereas
too.
Fenton is just a kind of Fenton, and I'm gonna sell some Fenton today too. But Fenton's more of like a statement piece, and like I think Westmoreland is like it has a romance to it.
Yeah, and it's sort of I don't know exactly how to describe, but milk glass was really their thing, and it really shows. Whereas Fenton did all these other colors too, but Westmoreland milk glass was really their gig. And you're watching from Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania, Cheryl.
Cool.
That's where it's from. Absolutely. There's lots of good glass made in that area, actually.
And it's got this really pretty blue that's around the side of the rim, not on top of the rim.
Yeah, so you kind of can see the tracery when you set it on a table.
Yeah.
You actually get a little of that blue. And we're at 20, so we're going to go ahead. 22, Heavy Metal Trinket Queen is
That's
up
a
there.
cool name.
Yes, I love it. And I am going to start counting down 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, Janet 23, 8, 7, 6, 5, full of candy would be great, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid is going to end momentarily here.
So we've got Karen had a just in case of 30. High bid is 23. And there's the bid in. So Karen, you get it for $24.
Thank you, Karen.
That's a great buy. And Karen, you can fill it up with candy, and then people get a surprise at the end when they get to the flowers.
Exactly.
Karen's
And
like,
then they say,
"Yay!"
I want more candy.
Also, Karen lives in Indiana, so I mean, Karen, if you we can maybe work something out if you're going to be down this way again. You can, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Okay, so how about we sell my first piece of treasure craft?
Oh yeah, I love this set. Whoa.
Oh,
Let me help you with that.
the little seahorses.
Yeah, these are great.
So George, do you want to talk about the?
Oh, I just really like this line. This was, they had a branch in Hawaii for 25 years, and they made stuff that was obviously very seashore oriented, and pretty soon all the other places that had seashore attractions caught on. So this one says Florida on the base, but they have different nameplates. You could see these. Sometimes they say SeaWorld. It just depends who got them. It would have had just a little cork in the bottom, so that's no big deal. But I just think they're so fun in the stand. And these are really good. You can always tell with pottery if they made the same, they use a mold and eventually it wears out and you lose the detail. These are crisp. These were done early when the production mold for this particular production day must have been really good and crisp and right out of the
Well, that's good to know. I never even really thought about. Well, and it's true though too, because like on the base even you can really see that crab.
Yeah.
It's not like muddled in and blending in with the coral there.
Exactly. This one is a good one, and I just love these. How much are you asking?
I'm going to start these at $10.
Cool.
We're going to start these at $10. I like the seahorse. Start these at $10. I like the seahorses. I mean, seahorses in general are just kind of fascinating little creatures in themselves. But I do like that they're sitting on their little stand. And Florida souvenirs do pretty well for me. I do like to pick up Florida, California souvenirs a lot. So starting these at 10, I see Auntie Sash is at 10. Hi, Barbie. Catworm, who is right here in the room, she's at 15.
This is a great little set. And, the designer was a guy named Ray Murray. He made all that gloss pastel for Bauer in the 30s, those sort of big ring bowls. And he wanted to retire to Hawaii, and the treasure craft people are like, well, we're opening a branch over there. Would you like to design?
Yeah, because it originated in Southern California, right?
Yeah, that's where they
because it originated in Southern California, right?
Yeah. That's where the factory, the big factory was. But
in a little blockhouse building.
Yes,
right?
That's right. Yep. They did it out of their garage at first, and
what a cool story. Now, listen, if you were interested in treasure craft, George wrote the book on treasure craft, so you can get in contact with him and he can get you one of his books. They're hard to find. I don't even know, are you even selling them on Amazon anymore?
I'm not sure if Amazon is, but I can still get them from my publisher.
Yeah, so you can get in contact with him. Oh no, Pat says we're frozen. Are we not frozen?
Oh,
no, we're not.
It seems like it's moving.
Okay. So Amy and Chuck was the first at $20. I like that the male seahorse is the one that gives birth. I know.
Yeah, well.
Seahorses are pretty amazing. Ooh, but they do not have their corks, but there isn't any issue with them other than that, is that they don't have their corks. So, and you can put them, they can be mad at each other or they can be in love.
Well, they mate for life. So one way or another they're going to be together whether they like it or not.
And they don't have to always look at each other. They can do like that,
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start counting these down. Catworm is at 22, 15, 14, or like that.
I'm looking for a new seahorse.
Yeah. Looking for a different seahorse. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Bid end. So Catworm had a just in case of 30. There's the bid end. Catworm, you get them for $26, girlfriend, and you don't have to pay for shipping. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. See, I've already forgotten.
Oh, that's great though. How fun.
Yay.
And it's nice for something to stay right here in studio.
It is.
I just love those. I'm so glad you got them.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow. Well, this is so much fun.
I know, it's so fun. You feel like you're just in a room with all of the people who have such similar interests as you.
That's what's so great. I just love that about this. I love it online. I love it in shows. I love it next to you right here. It's so much. It's just great. Okay, so here's something that I usually don't buy. There are Nice mold, which is a handmade thing. So this is a 1970s era project. But these are going to start at $5, and I'll turn them around so you can see why.
He's doing
I
the reveal
bought
like
them.
Michael does.
Yes. And here they are.
They're
These-
mushies.
They are mushies. They are mushrooms, toadstools, whatever you want to call. I love the speckles, and it is the wall hanging duo. This is another thing. I've got a live channel now, and the Antique Nomad Live with an exclamation point.
I need to
and-
put that in the description. I'll put that in the description.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. But we went this last weekend and filmed at a bunch of markets where we were shopping. And Zeno was with me with the camera, and he said, "You really need to buy those." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And another viewer said, "Oh yeah, you need to buy those." So I decided to take everybody's word for it.
See,
and-
Zeno's tacky like the rest of us.
well, he also
George
likes
is
the
re-
70s.
George is refined and he likes the beautiful glassware, and Zeno's like, that's got mushrooms on it. That's good.
And he was right. He was right. It's very cool. And that's at 15. And I thought you got these for Zeno. Well, I would, but remember that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond? I don't know if you have anybody out there watch that show. There's an episode where they have the wood fork and spoon on the wall, and they have a big fight, and the husband says, "I never liked that thing," and she takes it off the wall, and it's been there so long that everything is faded, and you can see
No.
exactly where they were after she takes them off the wall. So they have to put them back up. Anyway, I always think of that whenever I see the big fork and spoon, and they
that's
just
funny.
make me laugh. So we're at 20 with Rebecca, and also Vintage Jane Dore, and that's at 21.
Yep. And they're such a good color for autumn.
Well,
really.
and they're in good shape. That's the
Yeah.
important thing. I buy handmade ceramics, like, crafter ceramics, if they're really well done.
Yeah.
These are good quality, and they don't have any damage, and the colors are good, and the painting
glaze
is
is
really good. Yeah, the glaze was really well done. So, Annette, you are the high bidder. I'm going to start counting down here. We're at 15, 14, 13,
Kim is at 25.
10, oh, good. 11,
I know it's
10. I'm like 25, 26, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and blast off. Oh,
so Jenny's
last
at
minute
28,
bid.
just waiting on the
Okay.
bid in or a offer. Okay, so Annette has but Kim is at 34, just waiting on the bid. There's the bid in.
Wow.
So Kim, you get them for $34.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Kim. And thank you, Zeno, for making me buy them. You were right.
So Zeno's coming to Ohio, maybe?
Maybe.
Zeno's going to do some shopping.
No, I don't think he's going to. No, he lets me do the shopping.
Well, true.
But
true,
he's got a good eye, so maybe
Yeah.
we'll get him out
He's
there.
he's learned from he's had a pretty good teacher. He's had a pretty good teacher.
And that's 34 for Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Kim.
Big salad. Yeah, you can eat a big salad with that fork and spoon. All right, well, I'm going to do this set. Now you will get all, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all 12 pieces for one money. All 12 pieces for one money. These are not marked, so they're not Boscal. They're not, I don't know who they are, but they're in really good condition. And you do get 2 yellow bowls, perfect for your ice cream. So 2 yellow bowls, 2, and these are aluminum, 2 blue bowls, 2 red bowls, 2 blue tumblers, 2 yellow tumblers, and 2 are they red or pink?
Magenta.
Yeah, they're kind of a magenta color. So you do get all of these for one money. And I'm going to start these at $12. $12. I don't think that these have ever been used. They've definitely not ever been in a dishwasher. Thank goodness. But they're in really pristine condition. There isn't any fading. There isn't any wear. And these cups will keep your drinks cold and your hand cold. That's why you see a lot of times you see the little drink cozies.
Yes.
And they would use those for these
Little
because
fabric coasters.
Yep. Because they were cold.
Danny says it makes her teeth hurt, but Danny, you're supposed to drink out of them, not chew them.
Yeah, don't eat your vintage. Don't eat your glassware. All right, but these are really fun. And if you're not going to use them, which I highly suggest that you do, just hand wash them. Use them. Use them for your ice cream. Use them for your iced tea. But you could also put them, when you're not using them, put them in your vintage kitchen display. So really cool pieces.
Such good colors.
They are really good vibrant colors. Are in excellent condition. Susan K, I see you at $46. Ooh, Blue Moon ice cream sounds really good. I have a hard time with ice cream, but that does sound good.
Ooh, I love ice cream.
Yeah, they do look like they taste good. I mean, they do look pretty yummy. Look at that. Look at that with the heart, too. Ooh, I like that. All right, so Linda, I see you at 50. I'm going to start counting these down. So get your just in case bids in now if you're still interested. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Yes, you know, Christy, that's right. You could use these as an assemblage. You could put an assemblage in these. That's a really good idea. All right, so there's the bid end. So a high bid was at 50. Anti-sash had a just in case of 75. So anti-sash, you get them for $51.
That's a
Thank
great
you
price.
so much.
12 pieces for $51. Yeah, that's a great deal.
Thank you so much.
Well, that color is so great that it inspires
Oh, you guys,
me.
just wait. Just wait. Everyone, take the moment now to refresh. Refresh. Because I'm going to tell you what, you're going to really like these. You know what else before we show them? Yeah.
Oh.
They do.
They do? Oh my, I did not know that. Can you do that again? Because that was fun.
Kathy, can you turn that lamp off? There's like a little switch. I'm going to put you to work, Kathy. See that little box hanging from it on the cord? Right? Yeah. All right. They do have a little bit of something in them that do cause them to fluoresce. A little bit.
They are Lucite. They are plastic fantastic. They are right out of the 60s. I'm going to start them off at $15. And the colors are just great. Now this
Fuchsia.
Yes. Now this is how they are. You've got the holder here, and then the candlestick fits in. These are obviously Lucite, so you are not going to light these because you will. They probably will light on fire if you try really hard.
And your whole house will stink.
Yes, and you won't like them as much as you like them now. So
Barbie's at 75. Yeah, these are really
these
good.
are really great. I don't blame you, Barbie. They
Big
are
balls
really cool.
of Lucite. That's right, Carrie. Goodness gracious, great balls of Lucite.
It sort of looks like Liberace is holding them. Maybe.
Well, Liberace probably.
I was.
No comment.
Yes. Let's keep this YouTube friendly.
All right, so I'm still seeing Punk, Funk, and nope. Yvonne is at 80.
Ooh, wow, Yvonne. Well, they are fabulous. I don't blame you. And
they are. He showed those, and I was like, oh my gosh.
They are just really cool, and this is very nice because you folks are actually helping a viewer. This is another one from the gal that I'm trying to help sell some stuff for. So this is very, very nice, and this will help her a lot. We've got Punk, Funk, and Junk Barbie at 110.
Yep.
And we're going to start counting down. We are at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Barbie, I believe they are yours. Just love the color. I'm so excited for you. I haven't seen that color in these ever, actually.
And wait, no. Well, she had a just in case of 150, but she had the high bid of 110. And there's the bid in.
110. We got you. Thank you very much.
And a lot of the times you do not find them complete. You will find one holder or you'll find some candlesticks, but you don't find the 4-piece set together. That's amazing. That's amazing. And you said you got them from I want to say like not a clean out, but from an estate that someone had a bunch of stuff.
It's a viewer, and
she probably had stuff that she's collected over the years.
She has, but this was the only thing like it. I said, "Do you have more?" And she said, "Oh no, they're the only ones."
They're fuchsia.
Yes,
Barbie. They're so good. They're so good. Okay, gosh, I don't know what to do now. Let's do the fairy lamp.
Oh, this is one of the best fairy lamps I've ever seen, folks.
This is. And I wrote, did I write it down? No, I didn't write it down. I think it is called the Grapes something. Well, let me just show you the whole thing.
Not grapes of wrath.
No, it's not grapes of wrath.
These are happy grapes.
They're happy grapes. See? They have the grapes and the grape leaves on them. It is a carnival glass fairy lamp. It has the most unusual texture in the base. I'm going to show, well, here is the whole thing together. Oh, and I'll show you each piece. It does have 3 pieces. The dome part here is a very iridescent carnival glass. It is hand painted and signed by the artist. Hand painted by L. Everson. And it does have the Fenton mark right there. It is marked Fenton on the bottom, so it is after 1970. So it's 1970 and newer with the Fenton stamp on the bottom.
Each piece, all 3 pieces are marked. This is the liner that holds the candle.
And it's black. Is that?
I think it's black amethyst.
Yeah, I was like, is that purple or black? No, that's black amethyst.
Yeah.
So this is the insert is black in here. So that's just, they're always clear glass. I've never seen them in black glass. So here is the dome, and then we have the middle, and the texture on that.
It's so great. It's stretch glass. It's a type of carnival, but they would do it, and then they would actually expand the piece after they put the iridescence on, and that's why it stretches and sort of cracks a little at the edge. It was really popular to do in the 20s, and I didn't realize Fenton did this because it was actually kind of labor intensive.
Yeah, I mean, when you hold it up to the light, you can really see the way that it was. Oh, and it's square.
That's a neat piece.
It is marked with the oval with the Fenton, so that's 1970s later. Here is the barcode that's on the bottom of it, but there are no chips. With this kind of thing, I will not buy. I mean, if it has, no, I probably would not have bought this if it had any chip on it. I really probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, this is an art piece. People want these to be perfect.
Yeah, and this one is. I do not have the original box, but I will wrap it very well. I am starting this one at $100. I did pay up for this one, so I'm starting it at $100. This is definitely a collector's piece. And it does not glow, by the way. It does not glow.
It will if you put a candle in.
Yeah, well, you put a candle in there and it will glow. And the color of it is a purple, maroon. With a carnival in it, I'm getting some oranges. I'm getting some pinks.
It's really great metallic carnival glaze. It's a lot like
an oil slick in a way.
Yeah, and it reminds me of that Weller pottery back in the 20s that he did that was this really beautiful, lustrous. You know, they were all trying to make it look like precious metal.
Yeah, and it really has a shine to it. It really, really does.
It's
all right.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. I saw you, Cranky Lady, at 150. I see you, Randy, at 160. Cranky Lady at 170. Randy Girl, I see you at 175. It is really nice.
This is one of the best fairy lamps out there.
This is probably the prettiest. Well, the one I sold last week I really liked too, but this one's really pretty neat. That black insert to me is just beautiful. Beautiful for winter, for fall and winter. It does. It very much has like a Tiffany quality to it. It really does.
It's really well done. Fenton's art pieces, actually the stuff they made at the very end in some ways is the best made because the painters got so good at what they did.
And I know I don't know which ones are, but I know some painters are more valuable than the other. I don't know about this one. L. Everson. I know that some of the painters, their pieces are worth a little bit more than others.
I understand if they use the initial rather than the full first name, that's a little bit older, I believe I was told.
Well, this one has just L. Everson.
Yeah, so this might have been towards the beginning of their artware. A lot of this was made because the Victorian fairy lamps were so popular to collect at this time, and they were selling for like $300 to $500 then.
And some of them that I've only seen one in person, the ones that have the huge underplate on them. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see where we're at right now.
245, Randy.
Okay, Randy Girl is at 245. I'm gonna start counting this down. So 15, 14. Full first name is older. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I knew it was one or the other. Thanks, Danny.
12. We're at 250. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. So I'm seeing Lori Blue Flamingo Mercantile at 250 with a just in case of 260. Randy Girl has a just in case of 377. Oh, Arnell Carver, 2,270 sold. Now I know you didn't say. All right, so there is the bid end. So I'm going to put this down for a second. So then we have the high.
It's supposed to be
270.
Yeah.
So, but Randy Girl, you get it for $271. Thank you so much. This is going to go into Randy's collection, and
what a beautiful piece.
Yeah, it's one of my very favorites that I've ever found. It's beautiful. And that's the thing though too. Yes, I have been getting some really good fairy lamps, but I have been paying a lot. I've been paying a lot more than what I ever thought that I would when I go out shopping, but they're gorgeous. But congratulations, Randy, and thank you everybody that was bidding. I appreciate it so much.
Oh yeah, that was a great piece. One of the maybe the best thing that we'll see. Who knows? Depending on your taste. I thought it was just gorgeous.
Yeah, depending on your taste. I mean, because I like the glowworm. The
Yeah,
glowworm Halloween.
I have to admit, I like everything. I think
I do too.
Well, since we're on a carnival theme, I'm going to go ahead and do this next. This is the original OG swung vase. This is called a trunk vase back then because this is Northwood glass. Sometimes they have a little N in a circle and sometimes they don't, but I believe this one is Northwood. I like the nubbies on it, and it's got this great, very golden iridescence on it. These were made in the late 19-teens originally, and the color of the base is purple or amethyst, as they call it.
So pretty.
It's a pretty one, I think. And if you like swung vases, well, this is what swung vases originally looked like. And this is a true antique, over 100 years old. We're going to start this off at $30. Mm-hmm. And it is just, I've just always been really partial to these. And it's so exciting to see now that people are collecting swung vases that they're discovering these again.
Yeah, and there is such a clear distinction between the newer carnival glass and the older carnival glass. I mean, the luster in that is just, it's stunning. Just to sit here and look at it, I'm just like, wow. And the color, it's like well, again, I'm seeing some greens, I'm seeing some purples, I'm seeing some oranges. I mean, you just get a lot of colors in that, and the ring around the bottom of it, it's beautiful.
This really does have a gold tone to it, but it does have all those other colors in it. And that's one thing that people are who collect carnival really look for, is a variety of color, the big color variation in the iridescence, as well as what color the base is. So yeah, this is a nice one, and I see Sheila's at 55. It would look beautiful next to my caramel vase I just got from Yvonne. Oh, I didn't get to see that one. Cindy J is at 58. From far away, it looks golden. Yes, that's exactly what they were trying to do, is make it look golden
Metal.
from a distance. Yeah, because this was, Tiffany started this with their Orine, well, that Dugan was the Orine. Tiffany had the Favril line that was the gold. And then the other companies wanted that look too, so that's where Carnival Glass got started. And Chris Roselli's at 66. And beautiful. I think that we will, Auntie Harry, love true antiques. I do too. A true antique has to be 100 years old or more, and I was just really happy to see this. And the person who had it, I think, thought it was the old days when people didn't think much about these. So.
Well, and I think if you put some faux bittersweet in there, just so you wouldn't be, I would be scared to put like water in, you don't want water lines, but if you put some faux bittersweet in there for the winter, for the fall, but you could even put like pussy willows in there, or, just, I think that would, you could use it for really any season. It isn't just a fall piece or a winter piece.
I like that idea, yes. And I think that is smart because it's got the iridescence all the way down into the bottom, so probably don't want to leave water in it.
Well, and you can buy faux florals that look real.
Yeah, they're so much better now. I remember my grandmother had them, and they were all horrible plastic, and you could see the mold lines. And
they make good ones that look real now, and then you don't have to worry about putting water in the inside.
Carol, you're at 78, and I'm going to start the countdown. So we are Chris at 80. We're going to go 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go.
Glass flowers.
Glass flowers would be great. I love glass flowers. I
Hold on,
hardly
that
ever
was a
see
good
them.
idea. All right, so we've got high bid is 80, but we had a just in case of 110 and a just in case of 123. So Carol Sanchez, you get it for $111. Beautiful piece. Stunning.
Thank you.
Stunning piece. Well, I have a piece of carnival glass too. Mine is more modern than George's, but still
Not
from
much.
from the 1920s. This is a green, and George was looking at it before. We don't really know who made this one, do you?
I'm not sure, actually.
It does have a green, the green base, and mainly a green iridescent look to it. The neat thing about this one, and what I always like about this, is it has any kind of provenance to it. And this does, and I left it on there, and I will leave it on there, and you can decide if you want to take it off. But if you do, I wish that you just would tuck the little paper on the inside so it stays. Oh, Dugan.
You know, I think she's right, because that foot looks like a Dugan foot now that she mentions
Thank
it.
you, Cindy. See, this is what's great, is that you all in the comments, we can show you something and we don't know, and you're like, I know what that is. And so, see, we all learn from one another, which is the great thing about this community.
Yes.
But on this tag, it says Jim's Grandma Fawcett's Bowl. It was a wedding gift to her around 1925 or 1926. It is carnival glass. So there it is. It's just a little, I don't know, my mind tells me fruit bowl, but it's really small. It's just a
flared compote. I mean, you could use it for fruit or candy. You could arrange flowers in it, like maybe something that sort of flops a little bit.
I'd put little pumpkins in here, little artificial pumpkins in here for Halloween time.
It's good time for that, yes.
But you could also, is that a chip in there, George? It does have a chip, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It does. All right, so I'm glad I didn't say the number yet. I didn't even notice that. And honestly, I still would have bought this because I'm a sucker for the provenance on this. And the lady that I bought this from, they were downsizing, and this was her husband's grandmother's bowl. There is a little chip right there on that seam, or on that vein, I guess, on that mold right there. So there is a little chip right there. And I want to run my fingers over all of it just to make sure.
It looks good everywhere
I think
else.
that's it.
You know, it's so small.
It blends in really
it's
with
easy to miss.
So there is a small little nick in it, but if you would like Jim's Grandma Fawcett's bowl, I'm going to start this at $10. I'm going to start it at $10. We're going to see.
Wow, what a bargain.
$10. We're going to start it at $10. Real pumpkin Brock's candy. Yeah, you could do all kinds of things. Christmas time, you could put things in it at Christmas time, St. Patrick's Day, spring, really summer. You could leave it out year round.
Yeah.
All right, Cindy.
It's versatile.
Cindy, I see you at 20. Auntie Sass, I see you at 25. What did Zeno say? Ice cream sundae.
Oh, that's my size of ice cream. He knows me well.
You could be bougie eating your ice cream sundae out of this bowl. Cindy J, I see you at 28, and this stands about 5.5 inches tall and probably about 5.5 inches wide.
I think it might be bigger. It's
7.
Yeah.
7 inches wide, 5.5 inches tall. All right.
Because it's carnival, I don't expect it to glow green.
Yeah,
Nope.
I checked it. Usually before my sale, I'm just like, woo! I just run it over everything just to make sure. Vintage glass beads, yes. Your strands of mercury glass beads at Christmas time, that would be good.
I see a lot of women using things like this too. Like if they wear bead necklaces, they'll just sort of drape them over each thing, and they can just pull out the one they want to wear.
You can put your pearls on it. It's a pearl rest.
There you go.
All right, Lois, I see you at 33. I'm going to start counting down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Lois has the high bid of 33. Cindy J has the high bid of 38, but then Lois has okay. So there's the bid end. So high bid was $38. Cindy J had a just in case of 47. So Cindy J, you get it for $39. Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
Linda Barham, we're just seeing you as Linda Barham. We don't see my true vintage love affair after your name yet, but I love that idea, and what a sweet notion that is.
What did she say?
Oh, she just is looking to see
Oh,
if
yes.
her name changes come through, and it hasn't, but
No.
I love it. So when it does, that'll be fun.
We
You'll
met
stand
Linda this
out.
weekend. She came to the pop-up.
Oh, how fun.
It was so nice being able to put a face to people's names, I think.
Oh,
It was
it's so
great.
cool. I get such a kick out of it when people come to the shows that I do and show up, and it's like, oh yeah, you're real to each other.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this becomes more and more real the more we spend time with all of you, but it's great to see you in the real world. So come
It
see
really
us when
is.
you can. Okay, this little guy.
Love these.
I think you have one already.
do.
Because otherwise I was going to give it to you.
I
But
do have 'em.
I saw it in
I have
one
them in
of
a
your
couple different
videos.
sizes.
Do you? Oh, cool. I think this is the little size,
Yep.
right? Yeah. Yeah. This little guy is, he's got one little just chip. It's not really a chip. It's just sort of like
Oh,
the
did
paint
I-
didn't go through.
Did I miss something?
Uh-oh.
Lois had a just in case of 38.
Oh, let's get this big. Oh, but Cindy had a just in case of 47.
47.
So that's why it went
So
to
she got it for
Cindy.
49. Yeah, or 39. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, this little guy is ready to fly into someone's house and stay there. It is a creamer. He looks very hungry, but he'll actually feed you, so that's
Yeah.
nice. This one is 1930s Japanese. No, I said 30s. I actually think it's 50s because it's got the ink mark that says just Japan.
Oh.
They did these a lot in the 30s, and then in the early 50s, they started up with kind of where they left off and then went to other things. So he's lusterware. I just like the colors. I think he's just got such a great
Well, and
expression.
can't you just hear him squawking?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Oh, I think his family lives outside of my window at 6 in the morning.
He's like a little pterodactyl bird.
So we're going to start this one at 10 and see where he goes from there. But I just think he's really cute, and I like that the color is strong. Let me hold him up a little closer so you can
Lordy,
see
Lordy.
him. Quack, 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 quack. Well, I guess that's a duck. I don't know. I don't do
mean,
bird
I love
noises.
his little feet too. Look at his little feet.
Yeah, the feet are great.
They're painted on there. His little, little
His
talons.
little talons, yes, exactly. So we have Danny, the niche lady, at 20. And let's see inside here. He's nice and clean. I don't think he got used a lot. It's really important to not use Windex on this stuff
Yeah.
because the gold paint is on top. So, use a soft, damp cloth to clean this kind of thing when you see it.
And you can put an air plant in his mouth or in on his back.
Oh, that's true. I
A
never
faux
thought of
air
using
plant.
it for that.
A little faux air plant. This is a little big, but see,
There we go.
you don't have to use him as a creamer.
He's very hungry.
He is eating the whole plant.
Okay, we're having fun here. Who would use Windex on that? Well, hopefully nobody, and now you all know better, but Lusterware does not like Windex.
I sometimes like to use a baby wipe, and really sometimes the cheaper the baby wipe, the better. Like the ones from the dollar store.
No,
With
R&L
very
Carter,
little-
subscribe. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Loved Well Vintage at 31. These tiny wings on such a big bird crack me up. Yes, he isn't quite ready to fly yet. We're at 31. I'm going to count down starting at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and countdown. There we go.
Old cloth diapers.
Yes, good idea. Okay, bid end, and that went to, Danny got it at
For-
32 because
Yep.
the high bid was 31 and she did
Yep.
it just in case. Well, thank you, Danny. I'll get that out to you. I hope the turtle got to you okay. I think it
Oh,
did.
Danny, I have to send you a picture. I have a turtle that you might want. My dad just got it. It's big, but I'll see if you want it. It's a you can hide things in it, Danny. All right, so
She could
someone
hide
said
turtles in
you
it.
could hide turtles in it. You really could. Any ideas on getting rid of dirt grease layer that you find on glass that's been stored on a shelf in the kitchen for decades?
As long as it, now that's one thing you can use Windex on as long
If
as
it's
you
not
make
luster.
sure it's not glass that has the stuff fired onto it where the
Cold
color is,
paint.
yeah, or like I'll show
Preview.
this real quickly. like this piece here, you'll notice the color is flashed, so it's on
sprayed.
top of the glass, and that you don't want to do with Windex. But otherwise,
But the carnival glass you could.
yeah,
No, it's the luster.
I wouldn't do that either. I would say
the Westmoreland.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Most glass, if it's a clear glass and the color is in the glass rather than on the glass, then you're fine.
And especially with cold paint and stuff too, you don't want to make sure if it's something like a jar or your best bet is just to put it in the sink with a little bit of Dawn dish soap and just because it's probably a lot of like either nicotine residue or just grimy grease. So if you use a little bit of Dawn dish soap and not like scrub it real hard, but you kind of have to be careful. When I was first learning, I would put like Santa mugs that I found in the sink. And when I pulled them out, they were no longer painted. All of the cold paint. There isn't a glaze over it. It's going to come right off. And then you'll be sad.
And there's a couple of other questions. How do you get rid of cigarette stains in ashtrays? CLR, I think, is probably the best. Don't let it soak for a long time, but scrub it with a scrubber sponge. And then someone said uranium plates that are cloudy. That's probably the best thing too, I think, because cloudiness usually means that some liquid was left on it a long, long time. Yeah. And it kind of becomes part of the piece, so it's hard to do.
Danny says, at the auction house, I managed the owner insisted on putting all glass in the dishwasher.
Oh, if they only knew which pieces to do and which not. I love my bio cleaner. Bio cleaner is really great, and it is a little less caustic, and it works on most stuff. Once in a while, you have to do something a little nastier.
Bye, Yvonne. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, this is fun.
Cold paint is hard to clean. Yeah, because I'm scared to. Usually, if I find something, I will just leave it. I just do. I just leave it because I've had things. Actually, no, I'm gonna do a book next. I've got a couple books here. So this book, this is an antique book. It is this is the word that I have a hard time saying. Recitations. Am I saying that right?
That sounded right to me.
For young speakers, includes gems of poetry, prose, and song. So we've got like a little cavalier on here with his sword. The binding is a little questionable. The integrity of the book is still really pretty good for the age of it, but the graphics on the inside are what really attracted me to this. And the date on the inside, I think was oh my gosh, look there's a poodle. Look, there's a little poodle. The date on the inside is 1899, so right at the turn of the century. Entered according to the Acts of Congress in the year 1899 by J.R. Jones in the office of Librarian of Congress. So it's just a book full of poetry that you could practice reciting aloud, or students could. I don't know if this was like considered a textbook necessarily, but then it does have some really neat lithograph illustrations in here.
Yeah, the pictures are great. Oh yeah, these are fun.
Yeah, that one, I've seen that one. And that one, that's a pretty popular, you see that in a lot of reprints and frames and stuff. She's sitting in timeout. Hers was a bad girl. So this is just a really fun book. Humorous readings, an incomplete revelation. But I liked it because of the illustrations that were on the inside. So the cover is really good. Now you could, and this is green, so you could, display this in the fall. You could put this on a plate rack and display it just like this. If you want to have, I like to just stack books, either like this or like this. On the back, the condition of it isn't the greatest, but and you can see down here, it's a little worn.
It's what I'm going to start this reading copy, meaning that it's okay to read it because you're not worrying about it.
Right. It's okay to read it. You can open it up and look through all the pictures. You can practice your poems if you would like. But I'm going to start this at $10. I was going to see the contents. Illustrated in broom drill, labor song, boys wanted, the true story of little boy blue. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
I think it's really cool. Did you ever have to recite poetry in school?
No.
Really? Oh.
Only like Shel Silverstein.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah. So that was good.
We had to do Robert Frost.
Oh, well. I mean, Robert Frost is great, but it's just not as fun as Shel Silverstein.
Not for a kid, no.
No. So, Cindy J, I see you at 18. Yeah, it's just a fun book. I like the size of it. It's just different. I wish I myself like the bindings of book more for display. I wish the bindings were really good. Yes, this will ship media mail as long as this is all you got. If I would put this with anything else, media mail is out. They will not allow me to ship it. Any book, media mail, if I'm shipping it with anything. I could put a postcard on here or a little spoon or something and it won't ship media mail.
Yeah, they're real fussy.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start counting down. Cindy J's at 18. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. You know, you could punish your children by making them recite the poems out of here or writing them down. All right, so Linda, I see you at 20. Cindy J, I see you have a just in case of 29. Kim had a just in case of 28. So Cindy J, you get it for $29. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love the old Victorian books.
I do too.
The graphics are so good, and the covers are fun, and there's just so much color, and it's just another fun thing.
Yeah,
and color.
I love it.
Well, my color today seems to be red. I don't know what it is, but I just keep picking up, and I just thought this was so fun. I love these. I buy them every time I see them. This is Viking glass, and this is called a patio lamp because the idea was actually that, yes, you were going to use this out on your deck or your patio and put candles in it and create a nice romantic atmosphere. But I love the preciseness because it looks like these are all pulled, but this is actually done in a mold.
Yeah.
I'm going to start this one at 15.
And it's that crackle glass.
And it is crackled.
Let me see. I've got this, which gives off a purple light, but sometimes it shows up really nice.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let's see. Okay, well, you get it a little bit. The red's a little heavier, so you probably need a real candle or a brighter LED. Yes, romance. It's a Christmas color. It's a Valentine's color. It's a color that cost more when it was new. Back in the day, which would have been they made this in the 50s through the 70s, and back in the late 60s, their catalog advertised this in several colors, and all of them were $5.50 wholesale, except for the red was $6. You always paid more for red because it was hard to make red. And so they charged a premium for it. And so red to this day is the most valuable of the Viking colors typically.
Really?
Unless you have the Vaseline yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know if this was made in that color, but I just think this is really neat stuff. This was the new Martinsville company back in the etched elegant glass days, and they went out of business during the Second World War.
That makes sense, Danny. That's why there's so much flash and stained red.
That's why there's so much flash and stain.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that makes sense.
Because it took until the 30s for them to figure out how to make a true red in the glass without using 22 or 24 karat gold in the batch, and that was very expensive. So they would fire on the red rather than have it in the glass. It took a long time for them to figure out how to make red any other way. And I just love it.
Mardell, just in case, is just used at the countdown. And so what it is basically when the countdown begins, you just put what you're willing to pay, what your top dollar would be that you would be actually willing to pay for it. And the highest just in case or the highest offer would win, and then you would get it for just $1 more than the highest one, or the next to highest one, I guess.
Oh, and Carol Shantz, I noticed you bought the trunk base and you were asking how to reach me. Just send it to the antiquenomad@gmail.com, and you'll be able to get a hold of me, and then I can send you an invoice.
Didn't red ruin the kilns?
I know that like the Fenton Burmese, the sort of pinky colors did. I don't know that the red did. I think it was more the chemicals they had to use it were expensive, but the pink colors were tough because the colors in pink, the chemical they used was bad for the kilns. So Let's see. So Cheryl is at 36, and we're going to start counting this down at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ooh, I like it that way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I'm trying to make it look like it's part of that heart.
And and I'm going to be saying this a lot, so just get used to me saying that. You could put bottle brush trees in there. You could put a lot of bottle brush trees in there. That would be a cool Christmas thing with some trees in there.
That is a good idea.
There's the bid in. So Cheryl Cirillo, you get it for $36.
Thank you, Cheryl.
All right. Well, let's do this guy. Now, I love that. Now, some people, I know Barb does not like monkeys, but I do. Look at that face. Him's naughty. Doesn't he just look like he's up to something? This is a gunned monkey. And here he is, a gunned creation, sandy foam stuffed. There's his tag. He is the original gunned. Here's his little tail. He's got a little leash, so you can walk him around if you would like. He's got little felt fingers and little felt ears. Now, there is a few little issues there with his felt ear, and his fingers are a little, he's got a little places where he might have been chewing on his finger a little from time to time, or where he was played with. But he is a black, stuffed, gunned, rubber-faced monkey. I just think that he's adorable.
I do too, but I love the comments. One is aw, and one is he's up to world domination and soul corruption.
Well, I mean, you just never know, but he's like, hello. He just looks so mischievous. And he reminds me, the way that his nose is reminds me of the Monchi-Cheese from the 80s. If you like the way that his nose is. LaDonna, he is beautiful. Anyway, now Zip, some people think Zip is a little creepy. Zip the monkey or Zippy the monkey. I just really liked him. I am going to start him at $20. I'm going to start him at $20. I love the gold lame. He can sit down and he can just watch you work all day long. Or you can buy him for someone that would like to get creeped out. He's definitely from the 1950s. Well,
and where were they made?
I think he was made in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, yeah, yep. Gund was a big deal company. They made a lot of stuff for Disney at one time.
Yeah, they did. I actually have a Gund Chip and Dale. I don't know if it's Chip or if it's Dale. I have to look at the nose because that's how you can tell them the difference. One of them has like has a brown nose, and one of them has a pink nose, I think. All right, Judy Joe, I see you at 27, and he's just a sweet little size. A little over 12 inches tall. He has his little red buttons that are made out of felt, his little fingers, his little floppy ears. He has a sweet little mischievous face.
He's actually in really good shape.
He really is.
I mean, kids played with these.
He smells slightly like a mothball. But like I can only smell it if I'm sticking my nose up on him. He doesn't smell that much like Gam Gam's house. Just a little bit like Gam Gam's house. But yeah, he is given some side eye for sure. All right, so Norma, I see you at 40. I'm going to start counting him down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Great for Halloween too. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So Susan K, I see you at 42. I believe he's from the 50s. I don't know exactly what year.
I think so too, because they used a postal code, so it's before 63.
Yeah, it's postal code 37. Yeah. All right, so there's the bid end. So Susan K, you had a high bid of 42. Norma Jacob, you had a just in case of 55. So Norma, you get him for $43. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's in great shape, and
yeah.
He was cute. I had a stuffed monkey. Actually, I still have the stuffed monkey I had when I was a kid, and this guy's cuter, I gotta admit.
Yeah, I saw his face, and I was just like, oh. And that video will probably come out Friday where I bought him. I went to a private pick, and he was one of the things that I got. Got some fun stuff that day. Lots of Christmas things that'll be coming up.
Okay, well, I'm going to swap and do this guy next since we're on the cute track. This is...
Scott! Look, Scott, it's his cocker. Scott just got a cocker spaniel puppy.
Really?
Just yesterday.
Oh, they're such sweet dogs. I had a friend who had one, he and his wife, for a long time. And I believe this one's Royal Copley.
Yeah,
it's got the
those
right,
lines.
The lines are the indication, not American bisque. So he looks very confused because he's got a ball of yarn and he's not a cat and he doesn't know what to do with it. So
He's just like, he's just confused.
yes, but I think he's just very sweet and fun, and we're going to start him off at $12. I like the fact that it had all the paint and the gold because I've seen this piece before not embellished with gold. I don't think they did a lot of that. Usually they're like this on the back where it doesn't have that.
Well, and a lot of times you would see American bisque, and they did a lot of the gold accents.
They did that too, yeah, exactly. But he's just got
so
such
sad.
sort of, yeah, he's just not sure what to do with himself or this ball of yarn. But I just think he's really fun. And so we're starting him at 12. If anyone is interested, that is our opening bid. He's very clean inside. He did not have a plant in him before, which is nice because sometimes people want to put a plant of their own or an air plant, but sometimes they want to use it for something else. Mm-hmm. So that is a nice thing. He doesn't have any chips or cracks.
It does look like the Cowardly Lion in many ways.
He does, yeah. Yeah, well, the Spaniels always have these great, these great ears
Flowy
with
ears.
all the fuzz. Yes, exactly. They just can't help but be adorable. And I think this guy is pretty cute. Auntie Sash, I see that you're at 25. And yes, Susie Allen, he is a planter. That's what he was originally for. Although I suspect that maybe, who knows, maybe people put their crochet needles or something. Well, crochet needles are too big, but maybe they put sewing stuff.
They're knitting needles would
Knitting
be, but
needles.
crochet needles would fit good in there, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. The crochet are the small ones. Yeah,
That's a really good idea, actually, to put your crochet needles in there.
And he's got, I lied to you. I told you it was Royal Copley because I saw the lines. And now I'm looking, and he's Hull. It says it right on it.
They fooled the Nomad.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. It just pays to look. You have a nice strong light in here. I obviously need to get a stronger light where I'm working. But yeah, it says Hull right on the back.
It sure does.
So, okay, another Ohio pottery company, but Hull is... Hull kind of makes more sense now that I think about it because of the gold. And I was going to say Royal Copley didn't usually
make the gold.
So now we know.
Yeah, Royal Copley, just the paint on a Royal Copley plant. Royal Copley is my favorite planter maker.
They just did such fun stuff.
Oh my gosh, the paint is really pretty.
They really
it
did.
has a bow, so maybe it is a little girl.
I think you're right. And the Hull Pottery Company is the one that had the big flood in 1950, and the pottery factory exploded. And so when they rebuilt, they couldn't do the matte glazes, so they switched over to all of this gloss. So that means this guy's going to be 1950s or maybe early 60s. Mm-hmm. And Luba is at 30, and we're going to start the countdown. We're at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Luba, I believe this is yours, unless someone came in at the last minute. I don't see anything, but we're also not moving. We're not frozen.
There we are. There's a bit in.
There we go. Okay, great.
Luba gets it for 30.
Thank you, Luba.
Patty girl, you're pretty awesome too. All right, so I think I'm gonna do another book. This book right here. Oh my gosh. This book is, while it does have some condition issues, I could not resist. All right, this is Rupert. Rupert is Bear. I do believe that this, and I should have looked, I do believe that this was made in England, and I want to say it was in the back that said it. Published by the Oldbourne Book Company, Fleet Street, EC4. I don't know, I thought.
Oh, Warren, didn't they do Winnie the Pooh, I think?
I don't know.
I think it was the same company. Oh, no, that's the author. Never mind.
So, I don't know if this is either Canadian or it might be English, but It is Rupert the Bear. And first of all, I was just like, oh, that's really cute. And then I flipped it over, and it's got all these characters in the trees, which I thought was fun. The foxes and the old man and the pig and the little girl. So I thought that was fun. There's Rupert and his little hot air balloon. And then I opened it up on the inside. Look at all of the brownies
That is cool.
in the trees. I just about fell over. Rupert is English. I thought,
That makes sense because the brownies. Yeah.
yes, and I didn't recognize Rupert. But now there is some issues on the inside. Apparently this book belonged to Jamie Bryster at one day. This guy up here is just cracking me up. But look at the graphics. Look, there's Santa or Father Christmas, because I think that's what the English called Santa. Oh, printed in Great Britain.
Ah, there we go.
There it is. And I like that it has
£4.06.
yes, I love that.
That was some money then.
So it's a Daily Express publication, and on the inside, it's just the stories of Rupert. Rupert, well, they're not very socially PC, you know. I'm going to say that right now. Thank you so much, Patty girl. I love you too. Rupert is shown a trick. So there are a lot of not very politically correct images in here. I will say that. But Rupert gets a teasing. Rupert hears about the imp. That must be the imp.
Ooh, evil.
Evil. And then Rupert empties his sack. Rupert hunts with Pauline. Oh no, I would have to turn to this page. Rupert goes to the circus and meets the evil clowns.
Nah.
Look at the circus. Look, those clowns are going to kidnap Rupert and his friend, I think. But it has like activities that you can do. I did look in here to see if there were any Halloween or Christmas. The only Christmas related things are when Rupert goes and meets Jack Frost. And Jack Frost is looking a little, or I guess he's the king. He's the ice king. So it just has a bunch of different stories in it. Rupert and the wind whistle. But then it also has like this coloring contest in the back. I really like this so much. There's the back of it there. So the condition issue, there is a little bit of damage to the spine right there. And there is some coloring in it. But look at the spine there. Okay, so I'm going to start this at $15. I just really like this. I have never seen this. And there Rupert empties his sack, but he's meeting another little elf. There's a little elf right there. It's just an amazing collection of different short stories. He wants the chums. Now keep away from this place at close of day. So it has like little excerpts right here, but then it tells the story down there at the bottom. The little squirrel up there. Rupert sees a victory. Oh, look at this one.
Ooh,
Look at all the brownies.
how cute.
I love this. So you could use a plate stand and you could display an open book. You don't have to keep the book closed. You can display it open. Rupert's new game, Save Nutwood Forest. Oh, there's the Pico the Clown.
Oh, that's great. So he's the conservationist. You're going to skip past Pico?
Yes, we're skipping
Aw.
right past Pico the Clown. All right, I can't stop looking at it, so I'm going to see where we're at. Okay, Judy is at $21. And, oh, bye, Lucid. All right, so let's go ahead and start counting this down. Cindy J is at 22. So 15, 14, Judy, I see you at 23, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. You know, you could display it open like this and put all your little prixies all around it.
Ooh.
Or your pumpkins or your fall displays.
I never
They're
thought
really
of
cute.
using book illustrations.
Oh yeah,
What a
I've
great
done that
idea.
a lot. Yeah,
Oh,
just
that's
open
so
it up
clever.
to a fun picture.
Yeah.
There's the bid end. So I think that Judy Joe, you get it for, well, you had 23. $23. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Awesome.
Judy.
Wow, what a fun book that was.
Yeah.
I just love the colors. And now I can see why you were a teacher. That was lots of fun. I want you to read to me more.
Oh my gosh. I love reading children's stories. I really do. Because you can give them life and you can give them action. So
Yeah.
that was Judy. Okay.
Okay, wow. Well, that was fun. This is maybe a little more fussy than fun, but I think it's good fussy. And it's also farm fresh. In fact, this may be in my video tonight. There's a couple of things that you're going to see in the video tonight that you folks are actually getting to see before the video comes out, which means you get to buy them. And I think this is one of them. I know the carnival trunk vase was, so I thought that would be a little fun to give you the preview. But this one, I like the exotic birds. I'm going to start it out at $12, but it's a great price because when we flip over the back, it's got this mark right here, the M in the wreath, and that stands for the Morimura brothers, and they were the company that until World War II imported Noritake. So this is Noritake, even though it doesn't say Noritake. And when you see the,
do you want me to?
Yeah, thank you, because you know where your lens is a little better, so you can see that up close. So
I
whenever you
see that marking a lot.
So it's Noritake every time you see that.
Huh.
So that's kind of a neat thing to know because a lot of Noritake, they wanted their mark on it, so
Right.
they told Noritake, don't put your name on it. But I love the exotic birds. I'm not enough of a birder to know what kind of birds they are, but the long tails are just beautiful, and I just think it's really neat. And did I say I'm starting at... start at 12. Yes, that's right. So it's a celery dish or a relish, they would call them as well. It's just a neat tray. It's got the gold edging. I think it's just a really pretty piece. How big is this? I didn't measure. Handle to handle, it's about 13 inches. And this is from the 1930s, approximately. Well, actually 20s, because it says Nippon. They would have changed to made in Japan in the 30s. And so let's see if we can get the glare off it. Maybe that shows a little better. Birds of Paradise, perhaps. I see Amy and Chuck at $20.
Look at the gold in the bird's feathers.
Yeah, that's what I thought was neat, was that it's not just a gold rim. We see so many things with the gold rim, and then it's like there's no other gold in this. But this one I thought really picked up. I thought it was a neat one too, and I just thought it needed. I got it in a place that it was not being displayed well, and it just needed something to go. So Amy and Chuck are the high bidders at this point.
And the nice thing about those two, yes, it is Nippon.
It is.
The nice thing about those two is you can get a hanging plate rack and hang that. So if you have like just round plates, you can make a gallery wall and have this nice oval plate to hang on your wall. Because it really is like a work of art. It really, really is to hang on your wall.
A lot of people do actually use them as wall hangings. It's true. Yeah. And if you do that, don't get those spring-loaded hangers. You can get nice little plastic ones that you can mount on the wall and they hold it up.
Yep.
And but those spring-loaded ones, I've actually picked up things that have been on the wall for years, and there's little chips where the springs were. So,
or they'll wear on the gold.
Or they'll scrape the gold, exactly. Oh yeah, I had fun on Cat Show last night.
I love Cat.
She really, and she was on the road. I don't know how she managed it.
Every Tuesday night, Cat, the Nurse Flipper, has a great live show.
Yeah, and she does a lot of non-vintage and antique, but she's really knowledgeable about eBay, and she does vintage as well. So it's always fun talking to her. Lois is at 30. And I am going to start counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12. What comes next? 11.
See, it's hard, isn't it? That's why I hold fingers up.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Amy and Chuck, just in case, at 36. 1 and 0. We're ready for the bid to end. Last chance, everybody. And here we go. Christine's at 32. We have a just in case of 36, though. So Amy and Chuck get it for 33.
Yep. That's a really pretty piece.
Thank you. I'm really glad that someone appreciated it like I do.
Well, let's do glowworm. Do y'all remember glowworm? Some of you may not, but I remember glowworm. I never had a glowworm, and I always wanted a glowworm, but that's okay. Because now that you can get a glowworm mask. This is Ben Cooper. And I want to say, Where is it? I thought this, okay, 1984. So this is glowworm, tiny tots. This is a size 2 to 3, so it's a toddler size from 1984. It is in its original box. It is complete. Now the cellophane, now these are great for display for Halloween, by the way. The cellophane on the box, you know, needs to be reattached. Or if you want to put a fresh piece of cellophane, they sell this in a gift wrap section at Dollar Tree. And then you can just cut a new one and, you know, fix it on there so it's on there. But look at glowworm. And as we discovered yesterday, these children's masks do fit adult size faces. So you could be glowworm for Halloween if you really wanted to. But here is the mask. It is in excellent condition. And I do believe this does glow. I'm not sure if it's going to really show up, but it is supposedly it glows. And it is embossed 1985. The box says 1984. This says 1985. Hasbro Bradley Incorporated there on the bottom. Also, you could just hang the mask up. But look at this. Look at glowworm's cloak. Look at this. Glowworm. You can actually use that as display too. But do you all remember these plastic? They were so hot. Don't you remember being a kid and just sweating? You'd be all sweaty.
You'd be all excited, and then after they put it on you, you're like, oh, I can't wait for this to be over.
Yes, yes. So it is complete. It is, and it's in excellent condition.
Glowworm looks a little drunk.
Yeah, well, glowworm's very sleepy.
Oh, sleepy. Okay.
It's time for bed for glowworm. All right, so I am going to start this at $15. We're starting it at $15 for the glowworm costume. Oh, the glare on my glasses makes it look a little creepy.
Ooh, yeah, that's freaky and cool.
But the mask glows. I don't know if, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. But it is in really good condition. And the box is great too. So it is great for display. There he is. The box says 1984. The mask itself says 1985. Ben Cooper from the 80s. I like it too. You could even display it like this. I love the little moon and all the little confetti coming out of the moon. But a great piece from the 80s. I saw it. I do have one more Ben Cooper costume that I will sell next week. It is a skeleton. It is pretty amazing. The box has a clown on it. I hate the box, but I like the costume that's inside. All right, so our retro reflections, I see you at 17.
It's flame retardant, non-toxic, color bright, and you can see out of it. It has extra large eye holes.
Yeah, see those extra large eye holes? But yeah, do you remember how sweaty you'd get in these costumes? It wasn't a fun time. All right, so I am going to start counting this down. Hi, Logan.
Oh, and here's copyright 1983. So apparently.
So we don't know.
It
84.
took him a while to get it out.
84, 83, and 85. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Bid end. I see you, Linda, at 20. Yeah, super sweaty. Yeah, and then you would just be like a lot of times they would just get pitched because they were just a sweaty mess. And there is the bid. Oh, thank you, Bree.
Yeah, thanks, Bree. Thank
you,
for
Bree.
coming on.
So, Linda, you get glowworm for $20. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's great. And that's a good price. People are really getting into the Halloween costume collecting because it's another thing that is starting to disappear. You just don't see them really anymore. I mean, people aren't doing Halloween the way they used to.
Well, and especially people that are in their mid-40s like me, they're buying these things from their childhood again. So I was strawberry shortcake in many a Halloweens. That's what I was.
I seem to remember being a mouse one year, a pirate one year. I was a boxer one year. That was I got my first kiss in that outfit.
Wow. It was a knockout.
Yes. Although this body, a boxer, I don't know what my parents were thinking, but it worked, so that was good. So this next piece is an interesting sort of composite of more than one thing, and the nice thing is you can see what it does because it's actually magnifying the heart.
Yeah,
behind
you
me.
can.
Yeah, so this is a magnifying glass, but it is made out of a Victorian parasol handle. This was a really big thing to do. Yeah, what they do, see, the parasols were all kind of falling apart by the 1970s because they were made in like the 1880s and 90s. And so people would take the handles off and collect them, but they didn't know what to do with them. So it became popular, especially for antique dealers, to turn them into magnifying glasses. So this says made in USA. This was added about 1970 to an 1890s mother of pearl parasol handle. And it's a really pretty one. Now, it's not solid gold. This is gold plated because if it was solid gold, we'd be talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which this one is not. I'm going to start this actually at $40.
It does have the monogram, which I like on the bottom.
Some people are starting to like monograms. It used to be people didn't want it.
But it's a personal thing. Like it belonged to this person who had the initials.
Can we read them? That's always fun with monograms.
M-E-G or C. I don't know.
Meg.
But the mother of pearl, that's beautiful.
I just love it. And I'll hold it up where you can see it a little bit better.
So R.L. Carver, Withering. Oh, hey, Ariana. She's at $55.
And the niche lady is at niche lady. I
60.
always want to say niche lady, but actually niche lady is perfectly acceptable, and that's how she says it. So sorry, Danny, I'll get your name right eventually. I still can't say Misty's name without stumbling.
Nobody can. I can't even half the time.
But the great thing is that this is people oftentimes, if they're collectors, like to have these.
Hello.
I love it. Let's see what Liberace looks like in magnification. Oh, all you see is more gold.
Yeah.
But you know, they're nice to have around the house. Older people like them for reading, but
how many times could I have used them?
Oh, me too. So many times I wish I had a loupe or a magnifying glass sitting with me. And now this one's the type you lay around the house. But I think
don't
it's
take
really
it in the sun because you'll catch something on fire.
Yes.
My dad said he used to do that with his army men.
No,
did
you?
Mirror or something, and he would melt his army men.
Oh yes, that's right. It's let's see. So we are at 150 right now, and yes, it really is a beautiful piece. I'm just really excited to bring it to you. This came out of an estate in Washington State, but the family was originally from Connecticut, or I'm sorry, Massachusetts. So I suspect it was originally from there. And we are going to go ahead and start counting down 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is it. And we have,
Danny knows. She knows this stuff.
Yep, that's right. And R&L Carver made a bid. Are we at the bid end here? We'll see in just a moment who ends up with this. I think.
Sometimes it's fun. It's exciting because sometimes the lag affects the bid. There's the bid.
There we go. Okay, so this goes to Danny, the niche lady, for $176.
Yep.
And I thank you very much. It's beautiful. I can't wait for you to have it.
That is a really beautiful piece, Danny, and it's a useful piece.
Yes.
When we're trying to read something that we can't see the writing for. I'm totally using that for myself. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
We need because we can't. Some of these things that we have to go cross-eyed because it's so small and it's so. Virginia, I hope that you're doing okay. I saw that you got back from the doctor. And Ariana, editing, you will get it. You'll pick it up. Editing videos, once you start getting a hang of it, you'll be good. It's hard the first couple times to edit, but then you're like, this is no big deal.
It's fun.
And don't be so picky. Don't be so picky when you're editing.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I still have trouble mastering sound quality and things sometimes, but you know, people watch it anyway. If the content's interesting, that's all that matters.
Yep. I agree.
Within reason.
All right, so my next item is something that I think is a really cool piece. George said that he's actually sold one of these, and I want to look before I show it to you. Let me see. I just want to make sure.
It's really cool. It made me want to take the train and go to this place, which you'll see in a minute.
I'm not seeing the date in here. Oh, wait. Rand McNally, Chicago. I mean, I'm probably thinking,
30s.
yeah, but if we look at the
20s.
pictures, look at the bathing suits, probably 20s.
20s, I would say. Yep.
Okay, so this is the New Orleans and the Gulf Coast. It is an Illinois Central Railroad booklet. Both sides are have really nice graphics, color graphics on it. So we've got this side. This one's my favorite. This side here, the Gulf Coast and New Orleans. Look at the cars and the bus and the shoreline and the boats. And then on the inside, it is the the New Orleans and Gulf Coast of Mississippi. And it's just basically, it's almost like a program book, I guess, of all the sites that you could see along the railroad line. Oh, there's Mardi Gras. So I do think just by looking at the clothes that people are wearing, it's probably the late 1920s, probably.
Late 20s, because they would send these out to you to help you plan a trip, and they'd spend a lot of money putting this together. It wasn't just a little brochure.
Look at how it says New Orleans up there in the scroll work. So I am going to start this at $15 for the book. It is in excellent condition. It is in really nice condition. There's no folding on the pages.
Even the corners aren't bumped. It's really clean. And it has the maps, the railroad maps on the inside with the Illinois Central Railroad logo right there. And you know, this was the train that, I know a couple other people did it, but Willie Nelson sang the train called the City of New Orleans. That was Illinois Central. That's what they were riding when they went down there. Oh, Willie Nelson. I've seen him. If you've never seen Willie Nelson in concert, go do it as soon as you can, because we don't know how much longer we're going to have him around. It is the best concert I have ever been to in my life. I've heard that from so many people, and I still haven't seen him. Amazing. Get out and see him while you can, folks. All right. So I see LaDonna is at $75. Now, this is it is a remarkable piece of history. And I also like that the cover is embossed. So I don't know if you can't really tell. Well, if I showed you on the inside. You see it is embossed, like it's stamped. It's got just a little texture. Yeah, it has a little bit of texture to it. So I'm going to start counting this down. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. The high bid right now is $75. Woo, Lucy! Wow. She's like, no. But LaDonna, what? Okay, so what? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Well, that's a little surprising. I never saw that happen. It is a really, it's don't beautiful. See these. You just don't see them. So, LaDonna, you get it for $210. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you so much. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful piece. And it's a great armchair read. If you can't take the train, well, you can read all about it. And there is a lot of really, we're talking about the home of Madame LaLaurie. And I think, LaDonna, you're down in that area, aren't you? Or you have family that are down in that area. But anyway, it is a really cool book. I liked it a lot. Thank you so much, LaDonna. Well, that is so cool. I'm glad that somebody got it. I love railroad stuff. We think of Aaron with Jeffrey at Real Nifty Vintage when we think of railroad, but I used to be into rail fanning too. And it's my cool. Gosh, have Uber bring you to us. Aw. That was so sweet. Nice. Thank you. You know what? If George is going to stick around, I was going to take him out for dinner tonight. I don't know how long he's going to stay, but I'm going to stay that long. Okay, so I will use that. Thank you so much. I will use that for our dinner tonight. Thank you so much. Aw, you guys. Yeah, you are so good to us. Thank you. This is so much fun. Oh my gosh. You need to come down every week. I will at least come back soon. You know what though? Be prepared to see a lot of Misty, George, Jeffrey, and Jocelyn and Michael and Barb and Laura, Mary Beth, because we're all going to be together in a week. Less than a week. A couple of weeks. No, it's next weekend. No, it can't be next weekend. It's the 15th. I thought it was... Oh. We need to look.
I have it written down on my calendar.
Oh, I guess that's right. I
Yeah.
guess that's right. Oh, I'm sorry. I have.
I'm like, you're setting up there, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I am.
So listen, George is going to have a booth at the Ohio Extravaganza. So if you're wanting to buy some stuff from George and meet George,
Come on out. It's so much fun. It's a giant show in Springfield, Ohio, and people come from all over the country to it. It's huge and it's so fun and there's so much to see and it's just a great time.
So we're hoping to maybe do some stuff together
Yes.
that weekend. So we're
Yes, absolutely. But I'm going to have to call them because they haven't confirmed which space I'm getting yet. So I'm going to make a note.
He's making a note.
Yes.
It is next weekend. Yeah, next weekend.
Very good. Thank you.
And Mark and I we're leaving on Tuesday. We're going to go to Cincinnati, I think.
There's so much great stuff in Cincinnati too. It's just
I've had some viewers send me some leads.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you'll have fun. Okay, well, this is a different kind of fairy lamp, although you folks have probably seen this before, at least if you remember back to the early 70s, because I remember as a kid, these were in every single Pizza Hut I ever went to on the table. And they are Indiana glass. Now, this is ruby flash. This is fired on, so it's on the glass rather than in the glass. And you can tell that because there's just a little tiny scrape there where let me get it off that heart so you can see. Right where my finger is there's just a little bit of color worn off from taking it off and on, but it's under the line. So you don't put this in the dishwasher or anything like that. But it's a great true red, and the part that when you look at it this way, it is in great shape. It's not missing any color, which is important. I'm going to start this at a very low price of $12, and for you folks who are interested in fairy lamps, which a lot of people are these days, and it's not just because Misty and Jocelyn at Crazy Lamp Lady have gotten everybody interested. They're also selling for big money online, on eBay. I mean, the fairy lamps are a real phenomenon, and it's fun for me to see because when I first got in the business, the Victorian fairy lamps were shooting through the roof. Yeah. And now all of these that were sort of based on those are now becoming collectible.
And honestly, they are really nice to have around if you ever lose electricity, honestly, because they do emit a lot more light than a candle does because they just kind of, and that one is really nice too because it is a flashed, but it's in really good condition. Sometimes you find them and they're just
scratched and they're just not good. And so that's why I picked this one up. And you are right. Part of the reason for all the faceting, in fact, was to reflect the light around the room. Back in the old days when they only had candlelight, that was really important. And we have Cranky Lady Vintage at 30. And yes, it does have a nice wide chimney, so it won't pop or break or anything. Although I honestly usually use an LED in these, but they are made for candles. As long as you take care of it right, that's what they're for.
And it's fun to put in different color fairy lights. Like you could put a green in there and it would give off like a purplish or bluish hue to it if you can find some. So.
Oh, that's true, actually.
Yeah, if you put different color. Well, like this is purple. Let's see if it does anything.
Oh yeah, that changes.
I mean, it makes it a little purpley.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Halloween.
Jane Moon, you are at 35, and we're going to start counting down from there at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the end of the bid. Oh, Eclectic Treasure Hunter says Facebook has really informative fairy lamp groups, and that's really good to know because especially if they're getting into some of the Victorian stuff, some of those are not marked and it's hard to tell one from another, and there can be really good value to those. Yeah,
and sometimes you can they're called courting candles or gosh, well, I've heard fairy lights, fairy lamps, courting candles. There was another word that was a keyword like on eBay that you could find them under too.
Now, if I'm understanding right, Jane was at 35 and the bid in came before this.
Right, so she gets it for 35.
So Jane Moon gets it for 35, and thank you very much, Jane.
And thank you, Suzical, for helping us out, because it gets to be a little confusing sometimes.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to sell this little fella. He's been plugged in this whole time. He is, or she, we don't know. I'll turn him off real quick because, he's got some... I can't tell if he's pink or purple.
I'm looking under the tail to see he or she.
Oh. We don't know. It's like pink and purple. I'm seeing both, but it is, I haven't plugged in. It is this cute little poodle nightlight.
Do you want me to unplug so you can show?
Well, let me turn it back on
one more
again.
time.
But it just gives a very soft, it's hard to see with the light, but it gives a very soft little nightlight. And he's been plugged in this whole time, and he works really well. The plug is good. It has a little toggle switch, so you don't have to climb over your furniture to plug it in and out. Would you unplug in
Sure.
now, George, so I can show him a little bit closer? But a sweet little porcelain, or ceramic, actually, not porcelain, ceramic. He's holding a little purple flower. I will say that I think sometimes it's hard to tell if one, yeah, right here, one of the petals of the flower, the very tip of that flower, has a little chip. But just a cute little accent, little nursery lamp. It does have a little metal base. It on the bottom it says that, oh my gosh, what does that say?
Portable lamp.
Underwriters Laboratories Incorporated portable lamp. Aladdin giftware,
Oh,
Los Angeles, California.
cute.
Yeah, he is a cute little thing.
I always like these where they did the porcelain bisque thin enough so that the light can glow through.
Can glow through it.
Yeah.
I just recently bought a couple of little children lamps, and he is a little dirty, and I will clean him up a little bit. With him, I will use probably a baby wipe would work really well on because he's kind of bisky.
Yeah.
He's kind of
or,
bisky.
like a Mr. Clean thingy.
Yeah. So I will clean him up,
He's a dirty dog.
He's a dirty dog. I'm going to start him at $15. The cord is in excellent condition. There isn't any, he does not need to be recorded or rewired. He's in really nice shape. Just a sweet little accent lamp. I also think that sometimes these are a little cute, like if you've got a big enough bathroom, just like a little nightlight in your bathroom, or even if you have, a little spare bedroom. But we're starting him at 15. I see you, Lois, at 15. Thank you, Kitschy Corner. Also has a bid in of 15. Lois is the first at 15. And he stands on his base from his base to the tip of his head, about 6.5 inches.
And you can tell it's 60s because he has a bouffant.
Yeah, look at that. Holding a little purple flower. All right, I see you, Loved Well Vintage at 20.
Yeah, these are neat. I don't get them very often. I think a lot of them were put in kids' rooms and they got knocked over a lot.
Yeah.
So you don't really see a lot of these. I know a few people who collect and they say, they might find one or two in a year and that's all they look for.
Yeah, they weren't really made to, like you said, they were in a kid's room, so the times they would get knocked over. But you can easily replace the bulb when the bulb goes out.
Yeah, and it's just a regular Christmas tree bulb, so it's not anything special that you have to go order.
So I see Celeste is at $27. I'm going to start counting him down. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Jeannie, I see you at 30. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Lois, I see you're just in case of 35. The high bid is 30. Lois has a just in case of 35.
Janine has a
Just in case of 50. There is the bid end. So Janine, you get it for $36. Thank you so much.
That's a great piece and a nice price for what it was.
Yeah. Thank you, Janine. I will say your name wrong, Janine.
Well, let's see here. I'm going to hold this up as best I can. Hopefully
Here,
it'll
I can
be
help you.
visible. Oh, no, actually, it's not that big. And it doesn't weigh anything. I just thought it might not show. But isn't it neat? It's got a nice feel.
Velvet.
Yes, it's velvet, and then somebody actually did all of this work because I had two of these. I sold one previously, and it was, and this is the other one. You can see the printing on the back. This was actually something you would order in the 1920s to sew or embroider, or I think this is more, it's almost like crewel work.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's like a punch. I think it's a punch.
I think it's a punch, exactly. They'd send it to you with the punch, and then you would actually do the
That would, we were gone for a minute.
Just
but
for
I
a
think,
second.
Okay.
But we are back, and so is this, and I just thought the swan was really pretty. We're going to start this at $10. and see where it goes from there. But I just really,
You could easily make this into a throw pillow or frame it.
yes, exactly. I
Just
think
put another backing on it and stuff it, make it a pillow. Yeah.
that would be a fun thing to do. I could see framing it. You could even use it to do like a back on a chair or
Oh, yeah.
a seat pad, maybe, depending on how you decorate. I think it could be really fun. Andrea, I see you at 12. I just thought it was so sweet, and someone lovingly spent hours and hours doing this.
And the eye on the swan is a little bead or
Yeah, and I think it's glass.
it
because
is. It
as old
is.
as it
Yeah,
is.
you can see where it's fastened there, so it has a little glass.
Yes, you can
eye.
see the fastening in the back. We'll show you there how it's constructed. So that's how they did the eye. It's got a little bit of a metal wire there that holds it in the back. And it says directions for working pattern, and then it tells you which parts to do in which order and which colors to use. And it says it's by the New Ideal Embroidery Machine Company. So the idea was they were selling you these, but they also were selling you the punch to do the embroidery with. So that was this is a clever way to make double money on their product back then.
It's really nice.
I think it's fun, and you know, people did this back then because this is what you did for entertainment. I mean, this is before radio even was a thing, so people were not as distracted as they were now. I see all this old embroidery and stuff, and I just think, wow, it's so amazing that people did this, because you know, there's a handful of people sewing like that, but this level of detail, not so often. What was its intended original use? It was really just to be done as a panel to be used in whatever fashion you wanted. You could get a bunch of these and sew them together into a big curtain back then, but it was really just to be, like she said, made into a pillow or hung on the wall in a frame or that sort of thing. Deb is at 20, and I am going to start counting down. Show the reverse. I like that side better, actually. Okay, I'll show the reverse one more time, because it is interesting, because it shows the way it was done, and also the printing and everything that tells you the method to use. So that's the reverse. Here's the front. We're at 23, and I'm going to start counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, Bobby Jansky in at 25, 3, 2, 1, and we're ready for the bid end. Let's see when that comes.
Someone was saying, oh, Karen was saying it took her 30 minutes. I don't have the monetization turned on.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so at the last minute, Deb Sherman comes in with the high bid of $34. So it's yours, Deb, and thank you very much. It came out of an estate from Pennsylvania, and this was actually the newest thing in the estate. So
wow.
Yeah, that was an interesting.
Oh, I want to go to an estate sale in Pennsylvania.
I know.
Oh, wow.
Me too.
Some old stuff there. Okay, so I'm saving this guy for last, but I'm going to do this next. And I will say, I have been busy this weekend, and I will clean this. It's not been cleaned. This is an ePern that I got from the auction that I went to, Lynn's auction, that I talked with her husband. She had passed away, and these were all of her things. This is a Fenton Silvercrest, right? That's Silvercrest, right?
Yes.
ePern. Now, it is a triple ePern. I know some of them will have different flutes that come out, all different angles. This is in excellent condition. I did check this one all over, but we've got the topper here. Now, I will say and I will try my best to get some of that off, but Lynn apparently was making sure that this was secure, and there's some sort of putty on the bottom of each, well, it's not on this one, but it's in there. It does have the Fenton sticker there, and somewhere, that's the part that has the note. On the bottom part, you can see here, it's like the sticky florist putty or something, and I'll try to scrape that out, but she was really careful to try to get this all to stay. But this says, Christian, you always liked this ePern. It was a wedding gift of mine. Enjoy. Love you, Mom. And they were married in the 1950s. So this was a wedding gift to Lynn and her husband. And I was sad because I was talking to Mark about it, and I was like, well, why didn't Christian want this? And he said, you don't know what happened to Christian. And that's very true. We don't know what happened to Christian. So either Christian was just like, I don't want the Christian was not at the auction. I do know that. I met the husband, did not meet the son. But yeah, there's, you can see there, that's where the middle Epern.
Yeah, this is a great
too.
example because you'll see the bowl by itself because they sold those separately, but
Yeah.
you'll see this sitting because these get separated
Yeah.
and they don't know what they've got. So look for this with the hole inside,
hole
and then
inside.
you know it actually belongs with one of the aperns in it. That is a really neat set.
So this would be like a flower, right? It was like
Mm-hmm.
a flower vase type thing, just fancy. And it was a wedding gift from the 1950s. It does have the Fenton sticker. I'm going to take this apart again. It is not marked on the bottom. So it is earlier than 1970. Well, it's 1950s. But this was Lynn's handwriting. And I'm going to start this at $25.
And it's got some of that opal fire to it. And
Yeah.
by the 60s, they were changing the chemicals they used to make this stuff so it wouldn't have the opal fire. So that definitely tells us it's 50s.
1950s. It is a really, really pretty piece. And the nice thing too, we were talking about mercury beads earlier. Wouldn't this be great with mercury beads at Christmas time? Pinks and blues all draped over this. And you could have one of Lynn's pieces from her wedding.
Well, and one of the things I like about these is that because it's milk glass, you can change it up for any
Everything.
season.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever color. Halloween, it's orange. Christmas, it's green. Valentine's Day, it's red. I mean,
Yeah.
this can be a special thing to put out all the time
gosh.
or part of the time. I'll tell you what, and I bet it gets heavy to hold
It
out
does.
for a
I'm
while.
going to take it apart again just so I can show them the sticker on the inside.
Okay.
It does have the Fenton sticker.
And Janine, I see you at 95.
And you know what? You have your Westmoreland. Now you can really see the difference in the milk glass
yeah.
between the
Yep.
Westmoreland. How it's a
This
thicker,
is
heavier
milkier, and this is more...
skim milk, whole milk.
Yes, exactly. A little more translucent, so you get the light through it.
And you could, when you hold it up, you can see through. When you hold it up through the light, you can see through the middle here where it was made. But it's a really pretty piece. This is a statement piece. What a classic wedding gift for somebody.
It really is, yeah. I'm sure they were very proud of this and probably kept it on the table or in the parlor. You got it, okay?
Yeah, and she really, like I said, I will try to get the florist sticky part out of there. Oh, hi Nancy.
Oh, thank
We've got
you,
a couple
Nancy.
things. All right, so Celeste, I see you at 120. I'm going to start counting this down. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Janine, I see you at 125. Yeah, it's a really fancy tiered tray. You know, we have all this farmhouse tiered tray stuff. This was back in the day. All right, so Celeste, I see you had a just in case of 145. Paula had a just in case of 146. And there is the bid end. So, Paula, you get it for 146. Thank you so much. I will wrap it very, very well.
What a pretty set. That is just really nice. Oh, it's exciting to see nice things going to people that we like.
Yeah, well, and I know that, I mean, it'll be, Lynn's pieces will be given life again. And like I said, and, you know, I was really sad. I was like, I was mad at Christian. Why doesn't Christian's mom, Lynn, let this tag on here specifically for him? And like Mark said, you don't know what happened to Christian, which is true.
Well, also, you know, maybe all of their wedding presents went to him and he's like, I like that one, and
Yeah.
maybe he was afraid of it, you know, some
Maybe
people are
maybe
like,
Christian
"Ooh,
was an
glass."
only and Lynn had a lot of things. So, and maybe Christian wasn't there because Christian didn't, like, I couldn't believe that Lynn's husband was there. I would not be able to watch all of my, I mean, it wasn't just her things, it was all of their things. All of their things.
Okay, well, the last thing that I have to show is very hard to hold, but I think I figured out
No,
how.
you've got one more thing.
Oh, Well, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Listen, I can pull some extra things.
Okay, good. Well, we have a few more things then. That's great news. Okay.
If y'all want us to.
Okay, so this is a Lazy Susan, and it is just wild psychedelic 60s. This is by California Originals Pottery. And they did these just crazy swirled glazes. And I have to admit, they were inspired by Treasure Craft because Treasure Craft was doing really well. And so they started doing sort of a similar thing. And the way that they would do these glazes, which I think is really fun, is they would, and it was the people who worked at Treasure Craft, just the line workers, figured it out. They said, well, let's put the glaze in ketchup bottles and squirt it along the edge. And then when we fire it, it'll just all melt together.
That's how my friend paints her pictures.
Really?
She puts them in ketchup bottles.
Oh my gosh. That's so fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, and you just get this real free form, and so everyone is a little different than every other one. They did this, you can see on the bottom of the centerpiece that this says Cal Originals. Before I give you a number, I want to show you one thing, because I do believe in full disclosure. This one has one tiny little chip that somebody touched up years ago with the right color, so it really doesn't show, but it's right there on the edge, and I just want to show you that. Now, when you put it together on the Lazy Susan, which turns just great, you don't see it at all, but I just want you to know it's there because I don't like to fool anybody. I really believe in honest representation. It's a must when you're in the antique and vintage business. The tray spins really well and it sits flat just like it should, but it does have wear because the stuff has sat on it for so many years. And of course, you're not going to see that when you have the stuff on it. So that's what it is. I am going to start it at $20.
Can I see the bowl real quick?
Oh, please. Yes, absolutely. It's got the Cal Originals mark on the bottom. And yeah,
so
is
this hand turned, do you think?
It looks like it, but I think they actually made the mold look hand turned. Because the edges also have this sort of rippling to it, but I think it's in the mold, but it was to make it look like hand-thrown pottery.
That is beautiful, really. I mean, it
really
is really pretty. It's like lava.
It is like lava, exactly. And, you know, it's orange, and Halloween is coming. It's orange and black, so, you know.
Candy buffet.
That's right, or put a black cat in the middle of it. Here's the pieces without the centerpiece bowl.
And you can put all of your cheese, different kinds of cheese, and you can just flip it around and say, which cheese am I going to bite?
Boy, I'm
this
getting
cheese.
hungry.
I know.
This is hard work, folks, but it's really fun.
It is fun.
Let me see.
This is really beautiful.
I'm going to hold it.
It's groovy, man.
It is groovy. I think it's very groovy.
What wood is the tray?
The wood is just some sort of a light pressed wood.
It's not monkey pot or anything.
No, it's not teak or anything.
Oh, a sushi fest.
Oh, sushi. That would be great. I love sushi. And you can put all of your, yes, a lot of people don't.
I don't like any fish.
I got fooled into eating sushi the first time. I was told we were going to a restaurant that had wonderful fish, and I like fish. And I said, as long as it's not raw. And they said, oh, okay. And then they ordered a bunch of sushi, and it was so good that I...
Really? You liked it?
I did. I was so surprised.
This is not Treasure Craft.
No, Susie Cal. This is actually California Originals. This was... they were competitors with Treasure Craft, but they actually were friends. They knew each other, and they sort of did something that nowadays would be considered illegal, which is they kind of decided to divide up the market. So Treasure Craft sold to JCPenney's and the medium price stores, and California Originals would design sort of similar looking stuff, and they would sell to Kmart.
Y'all remember Kmart?
Yep.
I miss Kmart.
So that is it. So California Originals.
Oh my gosh. Eclectic Treasure Hunter. Smoked cream cheese. You guys.
That is so Samantha entertaining Darren's important client for dinner. I think of it as a little more I Dream of Jeannie. Samantha's decor in the early years of Bewitched was really great. There's all sorts of really good modernism. And as soon as it went from black and white to color, they brought in all of this really dowdy, like, I don't know, brocade.
Provincial stuff.
Very provincial, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think their set was very exciting, although I love that show. Anyhow, we're at the high bid of 40, and let's count down. 15, 14, 13, resale gals at 45, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. This did not have a lid on the center bowl. There was one done by Sequoia Ware, which was American Bisque, that did have a lid. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are near bid end. Decor and more is at $50, but we have a just in case from Linda, Thrift and Vintage Junkie at $60. Resale gal was at $51. So Linda, you get it. Thrift and Vintage Junkie for $52.
Yep, $52. Yeah, Kmart went out of business, unfortunately. But okay, so the cream cheese thing. Let me just tell you, my newest obsession, and I kind of wish I had some right now. What you do, you have a smoker, you need a smoker, like an outside smoker. So you take a block of cream cheese, you score it, and then you put different kinds of seasonings, like rubs, like garlic and herbs, like meat, like rubs that you put on like smoked meat, and you put it in your smoker for about 2 hours on low, and then you dip crackers in it.
Wow.
It is so good. I had leftovers for breakfast and for lunch yesterday.
Oh my
like
gosh.
I ate it till I was a little sick of it, but I kind of want more now.
Yeah, me too.
We got a smoker. I think we got it at, I want to say Walmart. I want to say Walmart. All right, so this may be my last item, not unless we decide to do. Do you have anything else?
I got 2 more things if you want.
Okay, we'll do a couple more things. I do want to say that I'm not sure what brand it is. I'll have to figure that out. You can send me an email. I want to say that at 4 o'clock, no, is it not 4 o'clock? I think it's 4 o'clock Eastern. I'll have to double check. But my friends Sarah, the Traveling Button, and Amy's Rock and Pop Shop are having their very first YouTube live sale. So right after we're done, go over to the Traveling Button, her YouTube channel. She's having her first YouTube sale. They normally sell on Instagram, but they're doing it on YouTube. Okay, it's correct.
Cool.
So 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, go over to the Traveling Button, subscribe to her YouTube channel. And they have amazing, amazing things. Amy lives in California. Sarah lives in Colorado. So if you're West Coast people, you know, the shipping's going to be great. And they find amazing things. So make sure that you go over and check them out. And say Misty and George sent you.
Yes. They do have really cool
They
stuff.
have amazing things. So you want to make sure that you check them out. All right. So next we've got a little treasure craft pixie or Sprite. If we're going to be correct, we'll say Sprite because that's what they were called.
Very good.
Right?
They were called Sprites.
They were called Sprites. So here we are. Now this, I put my little helper. He's sitting in a little barrel. He's sitting crisscross applesauce like a good little Prixie should, or Sprite should. There isn't any damage. He's in really good shape. He does have the remnants of his treasure craft. Oh boy, the glare is going to be horrible on there. But George looked at it. It's treasure craft.
It is.
And it's actually in George's book.
That's how I found out that Treasure Craft made these. My grandmother had a bunch of these when
Really?
I was really little, in her plants and in her garden, the little individual
Yeah.
figures. And I had no idea they were Treasure Craft. And then when I went to write the book, I found one of these and turned it over, and there was the
There it
label. I'm
was.
like, oh.
Yeah. This one's in George's book. I saw it. This one is just really cute. Kathy and I were talking about this earlier. You know, you don't like their faces are typically not glazed, and their ears.
Yeah, they would use Mrs. Stewart's bluing and cover up just the face so that the
Really?
green wouldn't get on it. And
I wondered how they did that.
And then they would paint in the faces.
So it is he's a very spry sprite. Spry sprite. But again, you could put a bottle brush tree. I kind of like this spider air plant in him. He's just kind of fun. He's just sitting around waiting on Christmas, like a good little sprite should.
Oh, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but Chris Roselli, you can actually email me at theantiquenomad.com. You can go on my website, and it talks about ordering the book. You can get it through Schiffer Publishing. I think you can still get it on Amazon, but if you want a signed copy, you'll get it for the same price from me.
Will you have any with you in Ohio?
I will have some. If I can get my order in on time,
Okay.
I'll have more.
So maybe
I'll bring what I can.
Okay, so maybe you can get one and then you won't have to pay for shipping.
That's
You see.
right.
So this is really cute too. You could also use him for St. Patrick's. For St. Patrick's Day. He doesn't have to be a Christmas sprite. He can be a St. Patrick sprite too. All right, so I am going to start this at, what do you think I should start this at, George?
15, why
Okay,
not?
that's so funny because that's the number that was in my head.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna start him this little pixie or treasure craft. Now this one was made in California, right?
Yes.
These were made in California. We're starting him at $15. Their very first factory. Yeah, these were the earlier ones. Like in the beginning of your book is my favorite part because that's where all the Brixies are.
Yes.
The beginning of the book. All right, I see Andrea is at 30.
Maria's at 35.
Maria is at 35. Hello, Mom, Son, Thrifting Fun. Catworm is at 40.
Maria's at 42.
It's a great shape.
These have gotten to be hard to find. When I first wrote the book, you could find these out there, and well, gee, someone wrote a book, and now they're all in
Way to go, George. You know, treasure craft is, I think George has really made treasure craft cool again. You know, we all are looking for our treasure craft things. And honestly, I like these because they're colorful. Yes. I mean, I like the treasure craft that has a lot of color, like the Sequoia ware or the California potteries. I like the color that's in this, and I really like that he has the lime green and the emerald green. So I like the colorings on that. All right, so we have
I think Susan K.
Susan K is at 55. Yes, George will be he is setting up at the Springville Extravaganza. All right, so Maria was out. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to start counting this down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I see you, Catworm, at 75. She's over there giggling right now. All right, and there is the bid end. So, Catworm, you win it for $56.
Hey.
Yay! And I don't have to ship it. Yay! And you don't have to pay for shipping. Yay!
And you got both treasure craft pieces. Wow.
Yeah, you did.
Now I have a collection.
Yes,
well,
that's right.
It only takes 2 to make a collection.
Nancy Larson, I'm bringing 5 pieces to a flea market this weekend. Oh, interesting. I'll be curious how you're doing. Oh, and a little MCN then coming along at Elderly Poodle's house. That's cool. Oh, I'm just enjoying this so much.
Well, you can sell your next item, and I'm going to go grab a couple things.
Oh, okay.
You said you had 2 more things?
I've got 2 more things.
All right, I'll be right back. Maybe I'll get those mugs. That'll be one thing.
Now, this is it's a duck, obviously. This is by Dansk, and I got 3 of these from an estate. 2 of them sold right away. I have this one left. I held it aside for this purpose. Now, Dansk is a great company, and originally all their designs were made in Denmark. There was a couple from New York who they loved Danish design in the mid-50s, and they wanted to bring it to the US. So they went over and were trying to find something to do, and they saw this exhibition at the Danish Arts and Crafts exhibit in Denmark, and they met the guy who made this silverware, and they really liked it. So they hired him, and he did all their designs for years and years and years, including this one. This is called Arabesque. But they eventually moved from Denmark and France to other places, so it was made in various places around the world. This one is made in Thailand, and so I believe that puts it into about, the Philippines. So I believe this puts this into about the late 1980s. This is the pattern they call Arabesque. They did ducks and they did fish, and they also did dinnerware, so kind of an interesting combination. And this one is going to start at $15. This is not in production anymore, and people really like this because it's all hand painted and it is Danish design. And it's really just a shelf sitter. They used to have these, they also had these with the lid where they were like a candy jar, but this one's 9.5 inches long. And we are starting at $15, and Catworm says it looks a little bit like Polish pottery, which it does actually. It's got that same sort of look with the hand painted in the blue. So I just think that it's a really nicely done one. It is strictly for decoration. Not everything has to have a function. it's nice sometimes just to have stuff for decoration. So if anyone out there is interested in this, we are starting the bid at 15. And it's got the big hole in the bottom. That would have been for venting. When they make porcelain like this is porcelain. It's not just regular earthenware. So it's high fired and nicely done. And when they make this kind of porcelain, they've got to have a big vent hole because otherwise the heat of the processing would cause it to break. And that would be no good. So I see Andrea at 15 and Carol at 15. So we've got a couple folks interested. And let me turn it around this way. Bobby Jansky at $20. And it just, I don't know, I just like the depth of the color. Cobalt was a big decorator color in the 80s. And you see where, because it's hand painted, it's a little lighter and a little darker. So you know it's not just something a machine did. So I'm going to start counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Andrea, I see you at 21, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and yes, it is popular now too. Cobalt's coming back.
Yep.
4, 3, Bobby, I've got you at 23, 2, 1, and we are near the end of the bid.
Especially if you have yellows. I think the cobalt blue and yellows together look so nice.
They pop, yeah.
They really do.
Bid end, and Bobby Jansky at $23. That is yours. Thank you very much.
All right, so my next thing, and I meant to look these up again. I looked them up today, and I can't remember the first name that I said. Do you remember? They were Lipton.
You just told me they were Lipton.
Yeah, they were Lipton. It was something made for Lipton. I don't remember who the manufacturer was, but these are old. They're from the 1950s. You know all the Bailey's cups that everybody goes crazy for? These are the OGs. These are the originals. They were Lipton. They were made for Lipton tea as like a promotional thing back in the 50s. And they're the winking teacups. This one is the man. He's got his bow tie, and then we've got little Missy with her pearls around her neck. They are in excellent condition. They have this beautiful orange rim. They're not marked on the bottom, but I did not know that they made these besides the Bailey's ones. So these were, no, they're not Holt Howard. I have the other ones over there. Staffordshire, that's what it was. They're made, I think they were made in England. I have the Bailey's just so you can see. I'll just grab one. Oh, that one's not the mug. Just so you can see the difference.
Here's the comparison. Let's see, you've got the guy, so here we go. Here's the original in my hand.
You see that? So this one in George's hand is from the 1950s. This is the contemporary one that was used as a Bailey's promotional item. These Bailey's ones are pretty popular, especially around Valentine's Day. So I am going to start. I have never seen these before. I was so excited when I found them. I'm going to start these at $25 for the pair. For the pair. So you will get, I'm selling them together. They're married. They belong together. But I think that they would be great for Halloween because of I love the orange. It's like a burnt orange color on the inside. But I just think that these are great. And you can put some rice and stack them up like that if you wanted to. Or you could hang them if you have a mug tree. But they're just, I love them. He looks a little drunk. And she's kind of looking a little drunk too.
Yeah, she's just winking back.
Yeah. He's
Maybe
like,
they're
hey.
on other ends of the bar.
But I love her lips. She's got orange lips and that orange bow. All right. I see Belinda. Thank you, Cindy. I see you out. I see you at $50. Oh, no. Yeah, Belinda, you're at $50. Sheila is at $55.
And Belinda's at 60. Oh, wait, no. Sorry,
Yeah,
I think
she
that
was
was
at
a
50.
misprint. She's
Yeah.
at 50. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, we got it. So
So-
Sheila at 55, you are the current high bidder.
Yep. Oh, you have the originals. Cool. Yeah, I didn't realize either until I saw these. And then I did a Google image search and did a little bit more research on them. And
Yeah,
so,
that's so great. I honestly have never seen them before.
No.
I had no idea that Bailey's was copying something.
yep, Bailey's. I'm sure they've gotten permission. But all right, so I'm going to start counting these down. We are at $55, so 15.
Now we're at 60,
60.
Belinda says.
Okay, now I'm at 60, Belinda says. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I see you just in case at 102, Sheila. Yeah, the Bailey's ones sell. If you have them, I would wait and sell them around Valentine's Day. That's typically, I don't know why. I guess people are getting drunk on their Baileys on Valentine's Day, but they're used for. They do make really nice displays. All right, so Belinda was at 60, but Sheila was at 102. So Sheila, you get them for $61. Thank you so much, Sheila. Sheila's been asking about these a lot too, so you get them, Sheila.
Very cool. Really, really interesting and something new to me. I just love seeing something that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, and they're in great condition. Yeah, these are really cool.
Well, I have one more item here, and I picked it partly just because I wanted to show this.
Glows like the Dickens.
This particular color of Fenton custard does glow. Now the blue not so much and the beige not so much, but the true custard and the lime custard do. So this is uranium glass, meaning it's got uranium oxide or uranium salt in it. I think the custard is the salt. It's a subtle difference that nobody needs to really care about. But it's just got such great color, but it's practically that color even without the light. So I think that's fun. It's a toothpick holder. This is from about 1970. I'm going to start it at just $10. There it is with
Well,
the
you can kind of maybe see the flowers or like there's a flat.
Yeah,
like
maybe I should put it a little closer where they can see the texture a little. There you go. So it's a floral texture and anti-sash. I see you at 10. I just think that this is a really nice design because it's, it's got a lot of texture, but it's subtle at the same time. And for me, I mean, I like this kind of stuff too, but I like a lot of the simpler things. And so this is nice because you get just a little bit of the pattern when you have the black light really makes this one pop.
And is this Fenton?
It is Fenton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not marked, but it is definitely Fenton. You can kind of tell just because of the color. They did this lime green in the custard glass. Lime green custard, I think is what they called it.
That's too big, but you can use it for an air plant.
Yes, this one was used as a candle. I think I got most of the wax out. I'll try to get the rest. I believe originally it was sold as a toothpick holder though. And so Deb Sherman, you are at 26 on this. And I just want to do that one more time.
Or you could drink your Baileys out of it. You could do a shot of
that's
Baileys.
true. Nuclear Baileys. Yes, I love it. Yeah, wow, I just love the way that glows. I've got a bunch of people at 30. So we'll see if someone jumps up. Hi, Toledo Antique. Nice
David.
to see you.
Or Allie. David or Allie.
Okay, so we've got Belinda is currently at $30, the high bidder. We've got a couple of others at 30, but she got it in first, and we are going to start the countdown at 15, 14, 13, 12, anti-sash at 35, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. It looks to me like, Stephanie McHenry got in at 36. Did anyone else get in at the last before the bid end? Deb Sherman at 36, but Stephanie McHenry gets it for $36. And thank you, Stephanie.
Congratulations.
And yes.
All right. My last item is something that I cannot believe that I'm selling because this is a new collection of mine, and it is my Ruthie Newton squeakers. And I have a Ruthie Newton book, Kittens and Puppies. There is some condition issues with this book. Now, the Ruthie Newton squeakers, it's just iconic to me. The stance, the colors. Now, this book has been repaired, the spine with some electrical tape. I mean, it's holding it in there, but it is there. Look at how sad that kitty cat is. That dog's like, oh, look, he's pulling her tail. You're a bad puppy. He's pulling her tail. So I bet he has a little crush on her, because you know what kids do. They pick on each other when they have
And then
a
they
crush.
give each other daisies.
Then they give each other daisies. So this is Kittens and Puppies. And it does have the Ruthie Newton signatures. I mean, it's not like hand signed or anything.
Oh, look how colorful.
It's just happy. It's from the 5th MCMXXXIV.
So 1940.
Oh, it's 40.
4, I believe.
Well, this was given to someone.
here's
in
the one
1959.
below. 1951 is the
Okay.
last copyright date.
So 1951, it was given to Luann from Aunt Phyllis in 1959. But Buffy Mouser is taking his cute little sister to school. For the first time, Mother Mouser has put up their lunch. She and Pussykins, you know I'm going to say that because that's fun to say. Wave goodbye. Mufti, we got Pussykins and Mufti, likes her new reader very much. Already she knows how to spell cat. But and I like the scalloping of the pages. But there is, he's such a bad doggy. He's Wiggy Wags. I just love the illustrations. Now, since this book has questionable condition, you could definitely take the pages out and frame them. Just don't tell me that you do that, but you could. Okay, I am starting this at $15. I'm starting it. It is a hardback book. All of the pages are there. Trixie and Lixty. Trixie and Lixty. I love these Ruthie Newton squeakers. It's my new collection. But again, you don't have to take the book apart. You can use a plate rack or plate stand and display it just like that. But look at the happiness in this picture. They're having a birthday party with all their friends. And each illustration has the Ruthie Newton signature on it. Michael's probably cursing me right now because Michael loves these too. And I didn't think I was going to sell this today, but I am. But look, she's like, you stole my baby.
No.
You stole the baby. Mischievous Barks. Oh, the Mischievous Barks boys.
The dogs are evil in this one.
They are. Oh,
Bad dogs.
Looky. And they get the kitty back, but you know what? I can't guarantee that all the pages are here, actually.
No, she went to bed being very quiet.
And then we don't know. But it is it's a classic to me. I love these Ruthie Newton squeakers. They're my favorite. All right, so I see, I know Michael he's probably going to yell at me for selling it right now, but all right. Hi, Michelle. All right, so we are at $29. Velma is at $29. So I'm going to start counting down. 15, 14, 13, 12. Stacy, I see you at 30. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I love the stance of the Ruthie Newton squeakers. They all have these like little knobby knee stance.
Yeah, they're so coquettish.
Oh, they just make me happy. It's a new collection of mine. All right, so Stacy has a just in case. Wait, you didn't need it, Stacy. You got it for $30. Thank you so much. So fun. Let me write your name down so I don't forget. I think it was Stacy Heisey.
Yes.
I love it so much. Well, George.
Oh my gosh.
We did it.
This was so great. I had such a good time. It was so fun talking to all of you and seeing what interests you and getting to send things to you. I'm so excited. Mine won't go out till Monday, but I'll try to get the invoices out right away, and I'll ship from Kentucky, which is pretty central, just like you. So
Yeah. I will be getting my invoices out tomorrow, so I will be shipping I don't have to ship yours, Kathy. You can take yours home with you right now. I will be doing shipping. Well, I'll send invoices out tomorrow, and as soon as you pay, I'll be going to the post office on Friday morning and Saturday morning. So thank you. This was so much fun.
This was so much
We
fun.
will
Thank
do.
you so
we will do
much.
this again. We'll do this
Thank you for letting
again.
me crash your party. This is just so
Yay!
great, and what a great
Yay!
group of people.
Yes, thank you everybody for coming. Thank you, Suzical, for all of your help. I really appreciate that. And I guess we will. Well, oh, don't forget 4 o'clock, which is in what 20 minutes. Go over to the traveling button. She's having a live sale on her YouTube channel right after this. So if you wanted us to sell more, we're done. But Sarah and Amy are going to be selling more. So go over and check them out and subscribe to their channel. And
I don't know what else to say. I will see you folks in the premiere tonight. Wherever
Yes.
I am on the road, I'm going to stop and join you. I do have my regular
live premiere
twice. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'll be having a sale on Sunday night on Michael the Cult of Vintage's channel, The Vintage Bunch. So I will be bringing some really pretty epic glassware. So that is Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern on Michael's channel, The Cult of Vintage. And yeah, George will be back.
Yes.
We'll be back.
Yes.
But
This
you're
is
gonna
so much
see
fun.
you're gonna see a lot of Misty and George and friends
Yes.
over this next week. So thank you guys so much. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
That's right.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
Gail. Bye-bye.